You are listening to BL in the Air. My name is Shai,
And I'm Alex.
and it is our season 3 finale today,
Can't believe we made it
which
this far.
I know this is our 60th episode.
Oh,
So,
well,
yeah.
61, we had the bonus episode.
Six. True, we had the
Yeah.
bonus, yeah. So, yeah, it's we have this kind of tradition the last couple seasons where we end the show talking about like a really shitty show or like
The
just
show
like
we didn't like. A
a
show we
show
didn't like.
we didn't like personally. Like sometimes I try not to be too much like of a hater because
Hmm.
like it's fun to like to rip on something, but like it's overall can be kind of negative if your whole
Yeah.
platform is built upon that. So typically we review shows we like or just ones that we watched or doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But yeah, today we're gonna continue with our tradition of reviewing a show that neither of us liked. I would go as far to say this is maybe my least favorite BL I've ever seen.
This was the hardest watch for me ever, and I
Yeah.
think this might kill this tradition.
Yeah, this one was we struggle with so much. Next season we might end with like a really good one. So,
Yeah.
we're gonna be talking about Playboy the series. So, before we get into it though, Alex, what is in the air with you? What have you been up to?
Okay, so first, the new season of Only Friends Dream On started.
Yes.
We're only one
Oh my
episode in.
God.
Have you seen it yet?
No, not
Oh my
yet.
God. It is perfection. It is
Okay.
exactly what I want out of an Only Friends show.
I am so excited to watch it because Only Friends is one of my all-time favorites,
Hmm.
and that's how like we started talking
Yeah,
about
exactly. That's why
BL.
I'm
Because
so excited.
yeah, I am too. I have like had no free time, and all my free time has been watching this show. But now
I'm
that
so
the
sorry.
season's, it's okay. Now the season's over, I
Yeah.
can watch some more things casually.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything.
Hmm.
Mix is perfect.
He always is.
He always is.
I
But
adore Mix.
this is such like for me at least this is such a different character for him. Not that he's ever done any role that I've hated, right? But
Uh huh.
like it's so different. And honestly, him and like Earth were the ones I was kind of like I don't know how this is going to work because that's just not how I see them.
Hmm.
No, perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
I'm
That's
obsessed with
I
Mix.
Earth and Mix are like my favorite
Hmm.
couple, and I think both of them have really good acting chops, and
Oh, for
I
sure.
am so excited to see them do something like super messy.
Yes.
Um Especially cuz like I feel like Mix, like I love Tale of a Thousand Stars. His character is a nice person, but he's kind of a bitch. And like
Yeah.
I miss that so much. And then that one body switch show, what is it, Cupid's Last Wish or something?
I don't
I
think I
don't know
watched
what
that
it's
one.
called. But he was kind of just a terrible person in there, but
Oh,
I
so
don't
he's
think he was
absolutely a terrible person here. So
okay. See, that's what I want. I'm like I'm really excited to see like evil Mix.
yeah, it's definitely giving evil mix, and it's also giving that it's gonna be as raunchy as the original season, which
Okay.
is what I'm also not used to with those two. So
No, they usually don't do a lot
so
of very graphic NC scenes.
so I would say so far it wasn't maybe as graphic, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like for them it's more than I'm used to. So there's
Yeah.
like a they pushed it, but I bet it's within their comfort level. Maybe we get more. I don't know. It's literally only been one episode. Although
Okay.
I want to know what's going on with MDL because honestly, show's perfect. For only one episode, the rating's only a 7.6, which is low for one episode. I don't get
I
it.
feel like when Only Friends was airing too, there
It
were a
was on
lot of
the
people who didn't like it.
yeah, and I just
Like,
at
because
this
that was
point you know what
back
you're getting.
before,
Yeah.
yeah, that was back before like gay people were allowed to be messy,
Messy?
evil
Yeah.
people. And so a lot of people were like, the show is super homophobic because it's portraying gay people as like shitty people. And then JoJo was like, well, sometimes gay people are multifaceted.
Yeah.
Just something to think about. So I do remember even when OnlyFriends was airing, a lot of people didn't like it for other
Yeah.
reasons too, but I fucking
I
loved it. So I'm
no.
expecting to love this season.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I like as soon as I got home on Friday, I was like, I don't care about anything else. I'm watching this. I was so locked
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I will watch it while it's airing too, because the first season I watched while it was airing, and it was
Hmm.
so fun to come up with like
Yeah.
theories. Like the whole show, everyone had all these different conspiracy theories about which character was like secretly evil and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
um, so yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how many episodes it is. Is this another one where we're only getting 10? No, it's 12.
Is that okay?
It's 12,
What a treat
right?
these
That'll
days.
carry us through the mid of May. So it's how I'll
Yeah,
survive spring.
yeah, right.
So, but besides that one episode and getting through this hellhole that is Playboy, I also listened to the audiobook version of the Other Worlds books depend on the bean counter, which is a Japanese light book.
Okay.
It's also a
Bean
manga.
counter.
Yes.
Okay. What does that mean?
He uses an abacus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So I think
Bean counter.
yeah. And it's fucking hysterical, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. What is it about?
So it's about this guy who accidentally gets dragged into another world
Mm-hmm.
because the other world was trying to pull in like their like chosen one basically, and she didn't know what the fuck was happening, and so she freaked out and like screamed for help because she's just in the middle of like Japan. Right? Like they're just and he like grabs her to like help her from getting like sucked into this portal, but then he just ends up there too. And they're like, "Well, we don't know how to send you back, so I guess you're stuck here." And they're like, "We'll just take care of everything for you. You can just live like a lavish life, whatever." Right? And they're like, "So what do you want?" And he goes, "Can I have a job?" Because
Okay.
he is very much, you know, the stereotype of like the Japanese like worker, right?
You
Where
know what? I know exactly what you're talking about.
oh my god, okay.
Didn't they make? Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about this. Did they make it an anime too?
Have they? I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
would be
I
sad
don't know
for it.
if I saw it. I feel like they are doing airing an anime right now of it, which is
Oh my
how
god.
I've seen it.
I
But
have to look it up
I don't
now.
want to get your hopes up if I'm wrong.
It's an anime.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
so
pretty sure
excited.
I've been seeing clips of the anime and I really
Yeah.
wanted to watch it.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely
Yeah.
watch that because I was cracking up
Yeah,
because
it looks really funny.
the one guy, he's basically just a stereotypical like Japanese overworked workaholic. That is his entire personality is working. That is it. That is all he does.
Yeah,
And
it's like
I
a salaryman isekai.
yeah, and everyone around him is like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
And then like the world he got dragged into, everybody's so chill. So like his first day of like work, they put him in an accounting thing because that's what he was doing before. It was accounting. And they're like, we don't really know what you can do, whatever. And they were like, his work day is from 9 to 6, but he gets in and everyone just takes a tea break, like to start the day. And then
Okay.
lunch is 2 hours long.
Oh, hell yeah.
So 9 to 6 and like at least 3 hours of it is wasted doing nothing.
My kind of work day.
Right? It's fantastic. And he's just like stressed over it. So he like starts bringing his own lunch and he's just working whatever. And he basically gets addicted to like their equivalent of like energy drinks and nearly kills himself from it. So the other like the male love interest whatever is that's he has to come save him and of course he's like the brooding ice prince. He's not a prince but like icy, he's the head of like one of the branches of the royal guard whatever. And so um the issue comes in of because this guy is from like our world, he doesn't have any tolerance to magic, and that's where like he gets sick,
Oh.
right? So so when he nearly dies from like the overdose of the thing, the icy dude like saves him, like heals him with magic, but then that almost kills him because he doesn't have any magic tolerance.
Right.
And so
Okay.
then he has to sleep with him to gain
Ah,
tolerance, and that's where we get that from. And they're
I
very
see. I
casual about
see.
it. And
I
like
love it.
it's so funny. I was just cracking up so much.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll watch the show.
Yeah, the author's note at the end was also one of my favorite things because the author was like, I used to read a lot of like webtoons because I think this started as like a
Mhm.
webtoon. And they were like, they're not updating fast enough for me. And then I sat down and I realized I could write my own webtoon, so that's what I did.
Yeah, that's me with like fan fiction sometimes, where it's like I really want this specific fanfic and I can't find it. I'm like, I could write it, but I never have yet. I'm
Yeah.
not an author, so but I do think about it sometimes. I'm like, there's not enough fanfic for this rare pair that I like. I could contribute.
So, but yeah, that was my life this last week.
Mm.
What about you? What's in the air?
Okay, the only thing in the air for me is the sweatshirt, which
Oh,
okay, let me show it really quick.
yeah, I love this sweatshirt. I'm very jealous.
So for people not watching the video, my friend, so this is like back on my birthday, I was teaching everyone about Omegaverse, of course, and I was telling them about Pit Babe, and they like, for some reason we just watched the whole first episode, and then my friend, she found this sweatshirt and it says, Pit Babe Varsity, and then it has like little chibi drawings of like the characters on the front. It's so cute and it's like so comfy.
I love it, and I love that if you don't know anything about it, it kind of just looks like a normal like whatever,
Yeah,
right?
it kind of does. It's when I opened this, I was dying. I was like, I could not believe my eyes. That's such a good gift. So thank you. Shout out to Claudia for this. She gave it to me at gay hockey,
Nice.
which is the only other thing I've been going to because
Did your friend win?
the yes, my friend
Yay!
won. Yeah, my city's like largest rec hockey league is gay hockey league, and my friend plays in it. And so we always go and watch her, and she won a game against the highest ranking team. So now they're the highest ranking team. So we
Yay.
were going nuts. So
That's so exciting.
yeah. So if I wear this to gay hockey, I do think people would recognize it, but that's what I want.
Yeah, that's the right people to recognize it.
Yeah, I'm going to gay hockey to find the love of my life one day. So
I thought you were gonna say to find other Omegaverse fans.
true. That is basically the same. So
I'm not looking forward to this.
I'm not either. I think I'll have fun once. Okay,
Yeah.
the show starts interesting, gets a little more exciting. Somewhere around the middle, completely loses me. So I think I'll have fun until then, and then I'll just be like, okay, let's just get this over with. Like, I don't want to talk about this stupid shit anymore.
I mean, I'm gonna have fun talking about it, but it's one of those
Yeah.
of about halfway through, I was like, I wonder if we can pick something else to talk about this week. I hit a point where I was like, what could we talk about?
Yeah. And that, of course, is Playboy, the
Yeah.
series, which aired in November 2023 to February 2024.
I didn't realize it was that long ago until I was filling this out. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, because I remembered this aired directly after OnlyFriends finished, I believe, from my memory. And so I think people were kind of like people were super excited for the show because OnlyFriends was like at the time, like one of the raunchier, messier, like a little bit darker side shows. And this one, like, they started talking about, and then people were like, oh my God, like, we're so excited. This is going to be like OnlyFriends on crack.
Well.
And it ended up just being like softcore porn
Yeah.
most of the time.
But like, not good porn.
No. I think the show has some merit in the sense of like it looks very pleasing, like the cinematography is pretty nice, and they definitely do cover a lot of like gay elements that a lot of other shows shy away from. Especially when it comes to like, you know, messier, darker, like, you know, things that are like less pleasing to talk about. But I do think that like beyond that, I don't know if, like, I feel like you can barely call it a show.
Yeah. I mean, technically there was a plot.
You can't say it's porn without plot. The problem is there's like too much plot.
Yeah, and the first problem is the cast is too big. Normally we name all the cast and the actors. Honestly, there's too many of them. There's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people that are relevant.
Yeah. And I think there's a couple we didn't even put on there.
Yeah,
So
there's one more. There's at least there's 15 people that I know for sure that are relevant.
yeah.
'Cause- and that's too many. Honestly, most of them haven't done much else.
Yeah, it was so confusing that while the show was airing, it aired on Gaga, and they put out like a cheat sheet to help fans understand who the characters were and their relationships with one another because everyone was so confused. They had to put out a chart to help us.
Yeah, and like it came out like pretty early on too because it was good luck. I had
Yeah,
to go
they
dig it
threw
back
you
up
in
when we started
there.
rewatching.
Yeah, we were talking about it before. I believe I got like 8 episodes in when it aired. I watched it week by week, 8 episodes, and Alex watched like 7,
Mm-hmm.
and then we both dropped it, and
Yeah.
then we rewatched all of it to talk about it today. And yeah, I would say that's probably like a first 8 episodes, like kind of interesting, and then it just falls off like so bad.
Yeah. Yeah,
It gets very like Pretty Little Liars in the sense where they're just
it
like
does.
everyone just keeps pointing fingers at each other and then like nothing makes sense. So
A lot of my problem is person A would get mad at person B and do something in some sort of retaliation that would cause major problems for that person. Person B would find out that person A did something and then be mad at them for like 5 seconds and then just be fine. Like
yeah,
we moved on.
yes,
And that
uh,
happens a lot. Like I don't think we probably didn't even put most of it in the notes just because we cut out a lot that doesn't matter to the plot.
we cut it a lot. We were like fuck it, like I don't care. But
You know.
I think the hardest part of the show for me was just how damn unlikable all the characters were. Like, and I like a show where the characters are like shitty people. And like
Yeah.
not to keep comparing it to OnlyFriends, but I feel like I have to because they aired about the same time and they were both a little bit, messier and more drama, and the characters also, not all of them are good people, but they were like dynamic and multifaceted characters, and you understood them really well. And so even if they were a terrible person, like Boston, horrible person, but he was one of my favorite characters because like you really got to know him. But all of these characters are just like terrible people, and I don't care what happens to them because like they have no redeeming qualities and they're annoying and they're unlikable, and it's like hard to have them on my screen for like 14 hours when I just like I hate them.
Yeah, I think for me a lot of the problem is a lot of the characters are very one-dimensional.
Yeah, they're super flat.
So, like there's a few, like I would say like not you get to know a little bit more ish.
Mm-hmm.
So he and Zoe maybe a little bit more. But then some of them like Jump and Olb and whatever, like literally the only thing I know about them is sex.
Yeah. That's the only thing they're doing on screen. And I don't know like if the show how it was filming the show and if they had like an intimacy coordinator or
I
anything.
hope they did.
I sure hope they did, cuz a lot of them, like I would say, like, if they have 10 hours of screen time, well, 9.5 of those are them like having sex. So yeah, it's a lot, definitely, but
Yeah.
it's the show.
So I will say, so Copy A Bangkok is who produced the show. And they're not like a small company. Like they're sort of small, but they I feel like they're big enough that they would know to have an intimacy coordinator. I'm trying to find a list of their other shows, but I don't see one off the top. Because they're doing that, what was I said, our Peach Lover? That's them.
Peach Lover.
That's airing right now, or might have just ended, I'm not sure. But yeah.
Yeah.
Your third with Max Nat, I guess, is gonna be a Copy A Bangkok show.
Hmm.
I don't see anything else off the top of my head scrolling stuff. I guess Tudor Yim's part of Copy A? So,
Yeah, because it's not like this was the lowest budget show ever,
No,
but
honestly.
yeah, like it looks fine. It's just, well, I guess we can get into
Yeah.
episode 1. We can
Well,
talk about it
yeah.
episode by episode.
Yeah. Episode 1 is a hell of a start to a show. Like the
It's
opening scenes is just sex. A lot of sex. Video cam like stuff, masturbation, sex, just sex.
they want you to know what you're getting into, and I respect
Yes.
that.
I remember the first time I tried to watch this and I was like, there's a lot happening here, but at least we're setting the tone.
Yeah.
I will say there's a lot of sex in the first few episodes, but it does slow down a little. Like it's still throughout the show,
A
but it's not
little.
as bad as the opening scene.
No.
Um, but yeah, so we have all of this sex, whatever, and it's one of the things I don't entirely see the relevance to the show itself, but like the opening scene a lot of times is like a lot of like news headlines or like something, and it's sort of relevant to the show and kind of like setting like the tone. Like it'll be like random people and what they're getting charged with, and it's a lot of sexual stuff or whatever, and whatever. But it's never actually directly related to the plot, I don't think, when they're doing like the news overview.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure either. I kind of like skipped through some of it too, but
Yeah.
it was interesting. And sometimes they'll have like little, like almost short film stuff
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of the episode. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's doesn't really like impact the plot.
Mm-hmm. So then we see like a group of friends are celebrating one kid's birthday, and his name's Zoe. He's kind of one of the main characters, I would say. Out of like the ensemble, he's just one of the main characters. And Zoe is apparently a 20-year-old virgin, and his friends take a lot of issue with that. I remember around this time, I don't know if it was stuff that was airing or if it was just stuff I was watching, but like everything I was watching was like so virgin focused. And I was like, what is
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this I guess like Only Friends had kind of that plot too.
Yeah, I don't remember what else it was I was watching around that time, but it was like everything was like, here's a virgin. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's so weird because like I feel like in real life that's something no one cares about.
No.
Like, why would I care about my friends? Also, 20 is like so young.
Right?
Like that's so yeah. As we will see, this friend group is just the worst. They're horrible friends to each other. Like none
They-
of them actually like. Maybe they're a good friend group because all of them suck, except Zoe's kind of okay, but he kind of sucks too. He's just
Yeah.
like he's kind of has like a punchable face, and I just get annoyed with him. But he's not like as evil as the other ones, so maybe that's the thing that just draws them together is just being like shitty people.
Yeah. While I'm thinking about it, since you said Zoe has a punchable face, Nut, it took me until episode 13 to
Oh.
pinpoint it. He reminds me of
Uh-huh.
Seth MacFarlane.
Who is that? Wait. Oh my god, he does.
I spent the entire show going, who the fuck does this kid remind me of?
That is so funny. He looks identical to this man. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like, does
Wow.
Seth MacFarlane have some tie in like his lineage?
I guess they could be
I-
cousins.
Yeah. But yeah, that is all I saw. After that, I was like, this is Seth MacFarlane, which is hilarious because Seth MacFarlane did Family Guy, I think. I think he's the voice of like Brian and whatever from Family Guy. So he produces a lot of those shows like that, and he's done, I think, some acting and stuff too. So, but yeah, just random tangent side thought because I was just like,
No. I see it. I see it.
yeah. So yeah, so Zoe is a virgin, and his friends really want him to not be a virgin for some reason. And one of them is like filming it, and that is Nant, which one thing that's gonna get very confusing here is we have twins of Nant and Nant. So good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
In the notes, when I was taking notes for this early on, I switched names 3 different times, I think, till I got it straight on who was who.
Yeah, my mnemonic device for this is Nant is the one who's non-dead.
Okay.
And Nant is dead.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that worked for me.
Yeah.
Was
Spoilers.
Nant is non-dead.
So Nant was filming whatever, and now Nant is missing. So he's part of this friend group and he's gone. And everyone's kind of sitting around and they all want to, like, the rest of the friends, they all want to pay for like Zoe to get a sex worker and like lose his virginity that way. And they want to throw a party to celebrate it. And and Zoe's just kind of like, aren't you guys worried about not Nant missing? And they're like,
Yeah.
sort of, but also you need to have sex.
Yeah, Zoe's kind of the only one who's worried about Nant.
Yeah.
The rest of them, like, kind of don't care.
No, they really don't. And also, they're kind of losers because one of them was like, I invited everyone I knew to this party, and literally it's just the four of them.
They constantly have, like, they keep saying they're throwing parties, and it's like 4 people there. Like,
yeah, it's the friend group. It's just the four of
Yeah.
them every single time.
Yeah, there is not a background actor in this show.
No, is there a woman? I don't think there's a woman in the show.
Yes, there is.
The
motel
one
lady.
Yes, it's the only
That's
one.
it. Yeah, she's the only one.
And honestly, I feel really bad for her.
I do too. It's like the Billy on the street for $1. Name a woman.
So yeah, Zoe is really stressed about, his missing friend while his other friends are just trying to convince him to party, and the sex worker shows up dressed as a cop. I don't it was Jump, right?
It was Jump.
Yeah, it was Jump. He becomes relevant later, but he shows up dressed as a cop just to scare the shit out of Zoe, right? And everyone looks freaked out like they didn't pick him. Cuz
They gotta play along.
Right? And then he rips off his clothes and then he's yeah. So Jump and Zoe, then they go off in a room to go have sex. But Zoe's like 1,000% not into it. And instead we get a very paint me like one of your French women moments. And Zoe's painting this dude while also masturbating. And then like the time's up and Jump's like, "Hey, gotta go, bye."
Yeah. It's like, I'm not getting paid for any more of this, so.
It's very much a.
He's also
what the
like,
fuck?
you're kind of weird, so.
Yeah. I don't know how I would handle if I showed up to go have sex and that's how it ended either. Who knows?
Yeah. Like, look at this nerd.
Right? And but yeah, so they go to some sort of like prestigious like university, whatever. It's the one all the rich kids get to go to because it's all like politicians, kids and whatever.
Yeah, and they're all annoying rich kids.
Yeah, they're literally like the worst versions of themselves. And the rich kids hate the scholarship kids because of course they're scholarship kids. But there's like this
poor people
right?
at my prestigious school. Ugh.
But there's a new athletic scholarship student, and apparently he's gorgeous, and now Captain, which is one of the other friends in the friend group, does take an interest when they're going for the same sport, so.
Captain's personality traits is that he likes rugby, and that he is just so horny all the time.
Yes.
And takes videos of everything.
Yeah, he sells videos and buys videos to sell more videos of sex. Yeah. One of the things that cracked me up where they go to like train rugby when they're outside in that like weird stadium looking thing. That is part of the set for Boys Over Flowers Thailand, whatever they called that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was like, shitty rich kids. Got it.
Yeah, this is where you go. Maybe they're in the same universe.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
So Captain takes an interest in the random athletic scholarship kid. I feel bad for that kid. And then we see some guy show up on a motorcycle, and he clearly doesn't understand personal space because he walks up to Zoe and is like, "Where's whatever building?" But he's like in his face asking, like they're basically pressed up against each other.
Yeah.
And he ends up being the nude model for like the art students. because he's like alumni or whatever. And Zoe is like super into him to the point where
Mm-hmm.
he like while he's drawing him has like an orgasm or whatever and has to go run to the bathroom to go clean up. And
Like, bro.
yeah. And in the meantime, we've now seen First, which is another one in the friend group. So the friend group is Zoe, First, Captain, and I've already lost the other one's name. Um, Porsche.
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 And then
And
Nant, but
Nant.
he's missing. So.
Yeah. So, but in the first 25 minutes, First is masturbated 4 times on camera.
Yeah. And first defining factors is that he's into BDSM and is blonde and speaks English sometimes.
Oh my God. I wish they had not done the English. It was so fucking random.
I know.
And you could tell they were so focused on speaking English sort of clearly that the acting went out the window. They were just
Yeah.
so like monotone, not it was
Maybe it's also just because like it's like when you listen to K-pop and like the Korean lyrics you don't notice, but then the English lyrics you're like, damn, the lyrics are really bad. And then the Koreans are like, yeah, the Korean lyrics are also really bad. You just don't know because you don't speak Korean. Maybe
Yeah.
just all the acting's like that, just we don't notice because we don't speak Thai.
Maybe. The English there was one point where First and Sung were like having like a serious conversation, but it was entirely in English and it was like the most
Mm-hmm.
emotionless scene in the whole
Yeah.
show for me and I was just like,
You
what
good,
are
bro?
we
Bro, you good?
Yeah, and I was like, if you did this in Thai, I could at least fake it.
Yeah, I can at least pretend.
So, he gets a pizza delivered, right? First does our sex fiend here, and
Mm-hmm.
he gives the pizza delivery guy a blowjob because that's exactly who he is. Um,
Sure.
so yeah, and so then the model dude follows Zoe back into the restroom, and somehow this leads to Zoe giving the model dude a blowjob. And I
Just
guess
in
it
the
wasn't
middle of the restroom, like not even
right.
in a stall.
No,
They're just
it's
like
yeah.
front and center.
So there's a lot of ass in the show. So this was one of the first like truly like full ass scenes that we saw.
Yes. I
Um,
do. I think this, a lot of ass, a lot of, no one's ever wearing a shirt. And
no,
then everyone's in like a jock strap of some sort.
yeah,
Like, and I feel like this is like the one part of the show where I'm like, yes, this is the gay culture that other shows miss. It's just like, I know that like gay men love this stuff. And so I'm like, okay, I'm here for that.
yeah. I'll say this was one of the few like NC scenes that I was like, I'm not into it, but like, it's not one of the worst ones of
Mm-hmm.
Zoe giving the blowjob. It was just there's a lot happening here, and then I guess the
Yeah.
blowjob wasn't good because the model dude was like, I can give you private lessons.
Yeah. Well, I think he meant it as like painting private lessons, so he
Yeah,
didn't have to like come in his
yeah,
pants in public. But yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah,
also it's implied like
yeah.
private lessons, like
Mhm.
you
It
can
it leads to
practice on me.
yeah, it leads to a lot of flirting like immediately. So.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Nant shows up at the friend's house because they all like live together except for First who lives at home with his dad. Um, and everyone's like, "Where the fuck have you been?" Because he's been
Mm-hmm.
gone for like months at this point, I think.
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
and he smokes now apparently, so that was news to everybody. So they're all very confused.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he's like, "My mom died, and so I went off with my dad and my brother to go like recover from it, whatever." It's like, oh, okay. Everybody's like, yeah, sure.
Everyone was like, the police were looking for you,
Yeah. And
but
'cause-
okay.
yeah. And then so he goes back to his original room, I guess, to like unpack his bag and whatever. And he's like shuffling through messages on his phone and he ends up flipping between profiles of Nant to a Nant. And surprise, this is actually not Nant. It's Nant's twin. The easiest way you're going to be able to tell them apart is one has a giant blonde spot in his hair where
I
his
will
hair is
say,
fried.
his hair is fried, but I do think it's one of the coolest hairstyles I've ever seen.
I
Because
yeah.
I love, because he has like a chunk of blonde, and like the top part,
Yeah.
and then he also
And
like
then the back.
underneath in the back. And so
Yeah.
depending on how he parts it and styles it, it looks like a completely different hairstyle.
Hmm.
And I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
I was like, I want that. Damn.
Yeah, I didn't dislike it. I liked it. I just there was one
Mm-hmm.
close up where you could just see how fried just that blonde pot spot was, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, your poor hair."
Yeah. You gotta do a big chop.
Yeah, it was definitely. I was like, I wonder how many times they had to bleach that.
Probably a lot.
Yeah, because that I will say that kid had no roots the entire show. I don't know
Yeah,
how
they
long it
did
took them to
not pull
film.
a between us.
No, they did good with that. Um, so yeah, so Nant is still missing, and we have Not here pretending to be Nant. So, and then first is back with our pizza guy. They're very much both into BDSM. And they randomly talk in English a lot. Um, and then the pizza guy, who his name's Soong. We'll learn it later, but his name's Soong. I'm tired of saying pizza guy.
Yeah.
He says to first that he doesn't have to pay anymore because it used to be that he would call and order pizza and like leave a specific note in like the order, and that's how the pizza guy Soong knew that hey, come here for a hookup. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so Soong's like, we don't have to do that anymore. Just text me normal and I'll just show up. It's fine. You don't have to pay me. Uh, and then on his way out when he's leaving, he steals a ring. So he's gonna get
Yeah.
paid. He's
He's
just
he's getting his dues.
yeah, because First has so much fuck you money.
Yes. His dad's very rich.
Yeah, his dad I think is a doctor. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and then
And I would say Soong is probably the one of the other group that we get to know the most of, kind of, but like we
yeah,
don't really get to know them that well.
yeah, I feel everybody's because there's so many people. There's really no time to like dive into the stuff. So you learn
No.
a little bit here and there. Like Soong, you at least see Soong's personality come through quite a bit.
Yeah.
Um, the other ones I don't, because even like Tina or whatever his name is, I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, so Tina's the model guy, and his
Yeah.
defining feature is that he's just an NPC. He's not a person. He's not a character. I don't think the actor can act at all, which is like part of the reason. But also,
Yeah.
he doesn't have any like character written for him.
No,
He's very pretty,
he's
but that's his character. He's just the model.
yeah. Honestly, I would say he's the one with maybe the least blood on his hands in the whole show.
Yeah, because he doesn't really
He doesn't do anything. Yeah.
He just follows Zoe around and like
He's
he just kind of sits there, you know.
yeah, yeah.
So he doesn't have any like thoughts or feelings of his own.
Yeah, I like really the only his initial motives, and I guess the one time that he took it too far was Zoe, and that's like the worst of it, which compared to everyone else is nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Zoe and Tina, the model guy, are back in Zoe's bedroom, and the model guy like fuck, I forgot about this.
Ugh.
Somehow start like Zoe's painting him again, and the model guy like starts snooping through like Zoe's laptop and starts playing his anime porn. And so the models guy, Tina, is like, I'm gonna give you like a lesson, and so like starts to like make out with him or whatever, and then we get the weirdest fucking part of the show that's only in like 2 episodes and then never again, and there's random Japanese voiceover like it's a Japanese like porn anime whatever, and it's so
Why?
I don't
It's so weird.
and like they get rid of it so fast too. Like it's in this one, and I think it's in episode 2, and then
Yeah.
it never comes back. Thank God.
It is bizarre. Like it's so weird. And
Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
I don't understand.
I don't either, but
Yeah,
it adds to just like the fever dream that
Yeah.
this show feels like when you watch it.
Yeah. And Zoe kind of puts like a stop to everything, and he's like worried about like his performance, and then that's part of why he keeps backing out of it. And also he claims he's ticklish, and Tina's like, "I'm gonna convince you to have sex with me."
Yeah, because Zoe's okay with stuff, but he not okay with like penetrative sex.
Yeah.
So anything up until that, he's like good with.
Yeah. And then we jump back over to Nant, who's like in his bedroom, and he's like vlogging what he's doing to like direct it at his dad, and it's like all everything he's like learning in the house about all the people and whatever. It's like I guess it makes sense why, but it's also like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I guess his dad's like powerful, but
Yeah.
it's like it's weird because he is like I feel like he's telling his dad about all like the weird sex stuff everyone's doing, and I'm like I wouldn't tell my father that even if it was related to my
Yeah.
brother's murder maybe or disappearance.
Yeah, I don't know that I would bring all that up either until like I knew it was relevant.
Yeah.
But yeah, his dad is powerful. Their dad and their mom, I think, were both politicians.
For sure
Um,
the mom was in parliament. I don't remember what they said about the dad, but
the
he's like
dad,
pretty close with the police. So
yeah. So, um,
probably.
she killed herself. So there's that. Um,
Yeah.
so mom's not in the picture anymore. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. And then we see at the very end of the episode, there's like this friend group, and so we see that Jump, who's the sex worker, the police officer, and Soong, the pizza guy, and Tina, the model, are all part of the same friend group, with another person who will become a little more relevant later, whose name is Alb. So the four of them
Hmm.
are friends. So we have two separate friend groups that are very intermingled and don't really know it yet.
Yes. What are the odds?
Yeah.
So, episode 2, it's called Getting What You Want. So, we're going to go to a place called Playboy Lounge. And this is where all of the sex workers work, which includes like the 4 people we just named, except Tina, Soong, and Jump all quit their job there.
Hmm.
They were like, we can make more money elsewhere, and we don't really like the management that much. So they left, but Ob stayed.
Hmm.
And the police, we kind of see them interviewing the first friend group, Nant's friend group. And like they're talking about how like Nant, how he changed and he'd like go missing for days at a time. And like this all occurred after Captain like did this kind of the same thing he's doing with Zoe, but he like made Nant have sex with someone from some website because he was also like, you virgin loser, we can't be friends, so you do this. And so Nant did that, and then after that's when he started regularly disappearing before he like finally disappeared.
Yeah. The beginning of this episode was like jump back a month, but then we jump forward again, like immediately after. So, sure.
Sure. And now that Nant is back as Nant, they've noticed a couple interesting things about him. Like he can cook now. He's unlocked the cooking skill, which Nant couldn't do.
Yeah.
And then he also like made a comment like, "Oh, like how much money do I owe you guys? Like I'll pay you back." And they were like, "What? Like you never borrowed money from us." And he was like, "Oh, I thought I did." Like so
Yeah.
he's not doing the best job playing the twin, but
He does a terrible job.
yeah. He doesn't even care. He's just like his excuse is he's like, I've grown up. I'm more mature now. That's why I smoke and can cook and can take care of myself now.
It's very much the teenager going, I'm an adult now.
Yeah. It's worse than Black and White and Not Me. Like at
Yeah.
least White was really bad at pretending to be black, but at least he like tried for the most
Yeah.
part.
I will say, Nant doesn't have much to go off of. So
Mm-mm.
he's got he was able to like hack into Nant's like messages, and so he could skim through that to kind of figure out who people were, and that was like the extent of it. So he's having to fish questions. He's just making it a little too obvious.
Yes.
Um,
But luckily his friends are just so stupid, so don't even worry
Yeah.
about it. And they don't care about him,
no,
which
because
helps too.
yeah, he was missing for what was it, 3 months?
I think so.
I think it was 3 months, and they were all just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, there he goes. But his friends, okay, I guess they do get a little suspicious because they do make a comment. They're like, "Do you think it's his secret twin?" Which is what's happening, but
Yeah.
they don't know that. Like, they don't know he has a twin or a brother, probably. So
Yeah.
so close, but not quite.
What is it with twins not telling about the existence of their twin? Because every twin I know, it's like not in
The
an
first
annoying
thing.
way. Yeah, it's not an annoying thing, but it's like a defining personality trait for them, you know?
Yeah,
Of
it is.
like, hey, I have a twin. Especially like with my friends. If I had a twin, my friends would all know.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. I couldn't imagine ever keeping that a secret at all.
no, like I would fuck with people 100% by just switching,
Mm-hmm.
but like after that was up, everybody's gonna know I'm a twin.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I couldn't tell you, but
Yeah.
none of them know about him. So,
hmm
and then we have First and Soong. They're playing doctor and patient because they like to do role play stuff. This was just weird. There were a lot of like gloves involved. Like they were doing like rectal exams, and I was just, this is like one of the examples of, I understand. I like the significance of having like distinct and like kinks in a
hmm
show like displayed like this. I think The Warp Effect is a show I really loved that did this. Like there was like a character who's like really into puppy play, and like that was kind of his journey and story. And I definitely think like discussing like BDSM and like kinks and stuff is like a really cool thing to do in a show.
hmm
But some of the things that these two guys do, I'm just like, I don't know who's I don't want gloved fingers up my butt. Like I'm sure
My
people are into it to some extent,
a
but
hundred
man,
percent. Yeah.
these were like misses for me.
Yeah, I a lot of my problem with this is their relationship wasn't strong enough to be this hardcore about it, I think. Because like Soong at this point isn't it trying to get rich off of First, right? That we know that
Mhm.
much. And so he's pushing past what he's comfortable with because money.
Mhm.
And you can see that. And that's like it's too far. And they have like a vague discussion about that here, like why didn't you use the safe word? And it's like I didn't want to. And it's like okay, but that was probably a point where he should have used the safe word. So like
Yeah,
cool you guys
it's
have one,
mhm.
use it correctly. The safe word is never used correctly in this entire show. It's brought up multiple times.
Yeah, it's cuz Soong like he's not that into it or
No.
as into it as First is, but he is like willing to do it to continue this arrangement where he's trying to
Yeah.
leech off of First's wealth.
Yeah, but he's
So it
very
is like a
much
little uncomfortable because you're like, yeah, he's like not that into this.
yeah, he's not into it at all. But like
Yeah.
he doesn't use the safe word. There's a point where Zoe was supposed to use the safe word and he didn't. And so
Mm-hmm.
Tina misread things because they also weren't there with communication. There's one point where somebody uses a safe word that gets ignored. So
Yeah. Like it's cool that like you're discussing like you're in a show like this, you're like talking about the importance of having a safe word, but when no one ever uses it correctly in the show, it's kind of like a moot point.
yeah, like I'm glad it's there, but like it would have been nice to see it used correctly at least once because it's
Yeah.
used so much. Um,
Uh-huh.
just to like put in, we can have something healthy every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. So like after that they're doing a little aftercare in the bathtub, and like First is talking about how much he hates his dad, and he's really unloading and spilling to Soong. Like he trusts Soong so much with everything.
hmm Too
And
much.
yes. And he's like happy to buy Soong stuff, but Soong is like, listen, I'm not here for your money. Like you don't need to do that to me.
hmm
Which is a lie, but you know,
Yeah.
he's stealing things here and there, so he's getting
hmm
what he needs without seeming like it, basically.
Because everybody on the show is a terrible person.
Yes. Yes. Can we talk about Soong's tattoo?
Yes.
It says, what is it? Play with me.
Yes.
Big letters across his chest. Hideous.
It's yeah. Why would
It's
you get that
horrible.
across your chest?
I think it's the worst fake tattoo I've ever seen, and dear God, I hope it's fake. It looks fake.
I'm pretty confident it's fake.
It's like so shiny.
Yeah. It's very, very bright, like black, shiny ink the entire time. It's one of those, it's
Yeah.
like, put some baby powder on that. That takes that shine away and it makes it look
Yeah,
at least
dull
a
it
little,
down.
yeah. Because a big, like
Um,
a very vibrant black ink is so the first tell that it's a fake tattoo.
yeah. Shout out to Jack, who's the actor. I really hope you don't have this in real life, but
I'm pretty
man,
confident
I
he
don't know
doesn't.
why they gave that to him. It's so bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just need to. I can't. That's like a elephant in the room.
Yeah.
So Nant is doing more investigation, and he ends up finding Nant's phone because it was like pinging in that apartment, and so he finally finds it like taped under the water tank.
It's like in a
It's
bag in the water tank.
yeah, like taped to the lid. And he like okay, great. Now he can go through his brother's phone. He sees that he's getting paid a lot of money from one person. And he like looks up the name and he finds that person, and that person is Prom. And the only connection he has to Prom is that that is Portia's brother.
Mhm.
So, connection.
Him unlocking the phone did crack me up a little bit because he like tried the password like once and then he switched to like the face unlock and just held it up to his
Yes.
own face and I was like, "Oh, that's a nice cheat."
That is actually, you know what? If that would be nice if you had a twin, you could just do that.
I thought that was really funny because it like didn't even occur to me. I was like,
Yeah, no,
"Wait."
that's a funny detail.
hmm The show had moments like that where I was like, "Oh, that's funny.
Mm,
I like
yeah.
that."
Okay, so Tina and Zoe are together again, and um, again they're kissing, and then we get the Japanese voiceover, and then Zoe has there's a lot of like perfume ads, but his ad is like a virgin. So, if you want to smell like a virgin, Zoe can show you
Yeah,
what to
whatever
buy.
that smell is.
Yes. Like I don't even know. I don't even want to know. I don't want it.
Yeah.
So, Nant goes to the car wash, and that is where Portia's brother Prom works.
Mm.
And Portia's also there, who he's kind of been in the background this whole time, but he honestly, he's my least favorite. He annoys me so much. I cannot deal with him. Um, so he is basically freaked out that Nant is back, and he tells Prom, he's like, hey, he's back, like, don't meet up with him. And then we see that Prom also works at the Playboy Lounge. And so Nant finds the lounge, and it's like on the same property as the car wash. Like they're both like the same business.
Mm.
So there's I guess a little bit more connection. And there's a flashback to when Porsche. So after he's the one who like they hired Jump to come to Zoe's birthday and sleep with him, which didn't happen. But after like when Jump was leaving, he then paid Jump, or I don't know if he paid him, probably, but he and Jump had sex in the back of a car.
Yeah, so Porsche was originally going to pay for Jump to have sex with Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
Jump wasn't going to charge him, I guess, since Zoe didn't have sex. And
Mm-hmm.
Portia's like, but I'm ready to go. And so paid him anyway, and that's where they went into the back of a car.
Yes. And that's the beginning of their long and just terrible relationship.
Yep.
Okay, Zoe's playing the violin for Tina, which she will do throughout the series. And like Tina at first was just in it to take his virginity or whatever, like as like a little challenge or conquest or something. But now Tina's catching feelings.
Yeah.
Tina almost has emotion.
This is about as close to it as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
It was really funny because he literally caved after 2 days. You know, he's like, I'm just here to take this kid's virginity because I feel like it. And no, actually, I want to stick around. Like, okay, dude. It's
a
just the
pushover.
violin.
Yeah. Honestly, a violin might get me to crack too. So.
Yeah.
Any instrument.
Yeah.
But Soong recommends that him and First get an apartment together, so because they keep sneaking around Soong's or First's dad, but they are just so obvious. They get spotted because he's dropping off First anyway, but he's not like dropping him off like at like on the road. He's like pulled up to the front door, kissing First goodbye, and of course like First's dad is there to see it.
They're stupid.
They're so stupid. They like don't even try to hide.
No, they like look like, oh, is he watching? No, he's not watching. Okay. And then it's like, did you even look in the right window? Because he's standing right there.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be like a big deal to hide from the dad, but they don't care to try, so
Yeah.
whatever. They get caught. And because everyone in the show is just publicly masturbating all the time, Jump gets caught at the garage by a customer. Fortunately, the customer's into it, and he's like, can I get the add-on service? But this is only relevant because the customer will come back later. His name is Tudor, but we're going to put a pin in that for like 6 episodes.
Yeah, he'll come back in episode like 10.
Yeah.
They'll at least flash back to the scene so you know where the fuck he came from because you'll have forgotten by then.
Yeah, I will say there are a lot of loose ends in the show, but I feel like all of the random ass characters they bring in, they do a good job of like establishing or foreshadowing them early on in the show.
Yeah. There's enough characters that they at least, like, everybody serves a purpose.
Yeah.
Ish.
So, Nant meets up with Prom, and Prom asks, because he thinks this Nant, he's like, oh my god, you're back. Like, are you being hunted for your debt still? So, clue. And we find out that Prom, like, helped him pay some of it off, and was like, they were sleeping together for money, and, but Nant kind of, like, notices, like, oh, he doesn't seem super surprised to see me again. Like, if he was the one who killed me, he'd seem way more surprised. Instead, he was just kind of like assumed that I disappeared to get rid of like the debtors who were after me, which would check out. So, he basically, he knows he needs to sleep with Prom, but he's kind of struggling with the thought because it is weird to like sleep with someone as your brother that your brother was involved with. And especially because Prom is into more aggressive things.
He doesn't even know the aggressive side. I think part of it, he's just not promiscuous at this point.
Yeah.
He seemed pretty straight edge up until now. Like,
yeah.
that goes out the window real quick.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Like, because they do have kind of like a slave master relationship that Nant doesn't know about too. So, you know, but he's like into it.
Yeah.
At least. So, Nant goes through Nant's phone and finds that like he was sending a lot of these clips of him and Prom's sleeping together to Captain. And Captain was paying him for them because like Captain does the whole thing where he like posts videos and buys videos for money. So he's like a little business going on with this.
Terrible.
Terrible. But that was another way that Nant was getting money. One of the main ways. And then Porsche finds out that Jump was like soliciting sex online and like filming videos in the mechanic shop and stuff, and he basically blackmails him. He's like, either like, I'm going to report this to the police or you become my slave and you delete the account. And Jump thinks that Porsche is the owner of the car wash and Playboy. He thinks he's like the son. Like,
Yeah.
he's like the heir to this. And so he's like, oh shit, like, I really have to listen to this kid, like, or he's gonna like ruin my life.
Yeah. So he agrees. Great.
Mm-hmm. And then First and his dad argue because dad saw them kissing and stuff, and First ends up running away from home because, yeah, dad's not into that.
Yep. And First has got the maturity of a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah. He has got, like, First is so immature. Like,
any slight or any perceived slight, even if it's not real, and he goes full nuclear.
yeah, he crashes out over nothing constantly.
Yes.
Not that this is nothing, because his dad's, like, homophobic, but, like, I think I don't remember if it's this scene, but later on, I think he seems less, he cares less about the gay thing and more about the violent sex thing that his son is into.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that. I don't remember, but
yeah, I think there's some homophobia, but I also think part of it is he just thinks that Soong is just gonna like take him for his money and stuff like that, and that's all he's in it for, right? So dad sees through Soong at this point.
Mm-hmm. But it's not like his dad is like, oh, you know, you're gay, you need to leave my house.
Yeah.
Whatever. I feel like, I don't remember exactly, but I feel like there was, like,
he does.
like First running away was maybe like a bit extreme.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like his dad was putting him in danger or giving him an ultimatum or anything.
No, I think he did say that if he's gonna do this, he should move out, but I don't think he was like, pack your shit right now and go. Like,
yeah,
it was definitely a go figure your shit out. I mean, he does.
You can't be like playing doctor rectal exam on my stairwell anymore.
Yeah, I will say he does cut off his credit cards like immediately after this, so he does screw him over that way. But I think that was maybe more to get him to come home.
Yeah, and like, you're old enough, you can get your own credit cards. Like,
yeah.
And then the friends are stressed because First is missing. He didn't tell anyone when he ran away. And First is in this sketchy parking garage, and he gets kidnapped.
Ooh.
He gets snatched up in a van. And who kidnaps him? None other than Soong, who films a ransom video, and he asks for 1 million baht.
It's crazy.
Crazy. This was a crazy end of the episode. I was gripped at this point. I was like,
yeah.
You got me. What's
I
gonna
will
happen?
say, the friends look more concerned here about him missing than they ever did about Nat being missing.
Yeah. They can only care about one missing friend at a time.
Yeah, but
And
even when there was only
it's,
one.
like, barely.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were like, that was months ago. He's gone now. Get over it.
Who needs enemies when you have friends like that?
Mm-hmm.
So episode 3 is called Sacrificing Yourself. And so then we're kind of backtracking and we see First and Soong filming another ransom video, and First is like killing it on the acting here.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you have 8 hours to send money to this account, whatever, don't involve the police. It's typical bullshit, right? And he's like melting down, right? Like sobbing, whatever. But it's just kidding. It's fake because First is the one who wants the money, so it was his plan.
Yes. Good idea, I guess.
Yes.
Kind of crazy.
I don't think they ever send it to his dad, though. Because his dad sees it later, like way later.
Yeah.
So I
feel like they might send it to him now, and I feel like the dad might just call the bluff, to be honest.
Yeah, because I don't think they do, because it's like way later when the dad sees it and goes, because at the point where he's kind of just tolerating Soong being around, And then
Yeah.
that comes up, and then he's like, "Get the fuck away from my kid."
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know. This is definitely like mostly like role play for them, but
yeah.
I'm not sure
So,
what they do with the video right away.
yeah, I don't think they do anything. I think they just have sex like immediately after this.
Mm-hmm.
We're skipping a lot of sex in these shows.
Yeah.
A lot of sex.
Yeah, otherwise
Um,
that would be all of the
yeah.
notes.
It'd be, and then they had sex, and then this couple had sex, and then this couple had sex. Um, so now we're gonna meet a new character. His name's Pope. So we see someone named Pope trying to hack into Nant's computer. Um, and he does get in somehow. Because I think his password was like his name. Good
Nice.
job. And Nant sees that Nant's account, like his Facebook or whatever, is suddenly online and like live. So he starts messaging and he's like, "Who is this?" Whatever. And Pope is like, "I bought this laptop secondhand, whatever." And I remember watching this and going, "Why didn't the secondhand store wipe the computer?" Like I'm just watching, I'm like, "What is
Well,
happening?"
that's
We,
what they say too. That's
yeah,
what Nant is like. No, you didn't. They would have wiped the computer.
yeah.
Nice try.
When they meet in person, but like as
Yeah.
this is happening, I'm like, that sounds weird to me. Like, what kind of
Hmm.
sketchy? But Not is like, hey, I'll pay you like double whatever you paid if you give it back to me. And it's basically, if you don't do it though, I'm gonna go to the police and they're gonna track it. So
So
either
you
take my
one
money
say
or
yes or yes.
yeah. And so Not meets up with Paul to get the laptop and then just threatens him with a knife to tell the truth. And that's where Paul is like, actually, I found it like on the ground near my dorm. Um, and the dorm happens to
I'd
be
take it
near.
too.
Yeah.
If I found a laptop on the ground, that's mine. That's my laptop now.
Honestly, I would probably have turned it into like an office somewhere.
That's I guess. But I have like a
Yeah.
laptop like you how do you lose a laptop, you know?
I don't know. I watched some guy in Japan accidentally leave his laptop at a konbini. Um,
Mm,
uh,
I guess.
so that was an interesting one. Maybe it was in
I feel like
Korea.
he said he like found it by the dumpsters or something though.
Oh no, they tracked it down to the kid that stole it
Mm,
because he could ping it at the guy's house, and it was like some kid, and the parents ended up paying him back for it because I think the kid had already sold it off or something.
yeah.
So, but yeah, so Not now has the laptop. Um, and Pub is scared shitless. Somebody walks by, I think it was Captain walks by or something, and startles them both, and Not goes to hide in the shadows, and the kid runs off. Pub.
Mm-hmm.
Pub will be back.
Yes.
Um, because all 15 characters in the show are all very intermingled. And then we see Captain tries out for the rugby team, and we meet Keen. So Keen is like one of the senior players, and he's acting as the coach for the rugby club, while the actual coach is like out on medical leave. Um, and this rugby team is the most homophobic thing on this whole show.
I don't understand this rugby team. I think their criteria for like who gets to play is based on like whoever's the least gay
Yeah,
gets like the starter position. Like it's like that's the
it's
criteria fully.
they're the worst.
Yeah. And like again, I do think this show at some points does a good job with like sports homophobia, especially
Yes.
with this character we're about to talk about, Pun, who talks several times about like how instead of conforming to this like heterosexual like expectation,
Hmm.
like instead of trying to like assimilate to like heteronormativity, like the gay ones like should stand together and support each other like against homophobia, like stuff like that. I'm like, okay, they're on to something here, but they just like really don't flesh it out. Instead they're
No.
just like, are you straight? You're in.
Yeah.
That's how homophobia works.
It's it's so bad.
Yeah.
So, and then of course the rugby team has all kinds of hazing bullshit they do, and so Captain and Poon are the two like new players on the team, and Poon is the scholarship kid from earlier that the captain was kind of into. And the hazing was like the weirdest fucking. They had to go in a sauna together, just the two of them, and fill a shot glass with stuff, white stuff. I don't even want to go there. I do not need that on on video of me saying that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's honestly, Poon is like, well, we might as well get started. He's like, we got 30 milliliters to fill.
Yeah, he's a go-getter. He's like, listen,
Yeah.
I'm a scholarship kid. Like I'm not losing that scholarship.
Yeah.
Like, hand me the shot glass.
Yeah, and like at one point I think Captain's like gonna give a helping hand or something, but like the rest of the rugby team shows up like right before then.
Mm-hmm.
Um and stop them and like teases them about it, and Captain's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, whatever you, and he's very pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's whatever it is. And then we briefly jump over to First, who's like crashing out because his dad canceled all his credit cards. So he's got something like 30,000 baht in his bank account, and that's all he's got. So he broke. And he doesn't know how to be broke because he is just a spoiled rich kid.
Mm-hmm.
But then we're back with the rugby team, and Keen is in the locker room by himself, and he is sniffing Captain's underwear. Um, because sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
What's
yeah.
going on there?
Yeah. And then Soong and First are back at Soong's place because First is kind of like moved in at this point. And they've been having nothing but very kinky BDSM sex. And so uh Soong like faked an orgasm and First lost his shit about it. And Soong's like, I can't handle all this shit. And he's like, sometimes I just want to have vanilla sex. And apparently that's the worst thing you could ever said to First, because the kid starts crying because it's like, you think I'm a freak and whatever. And Soong's just kind of like, what? But then First is crying, and we see where Soong has like a flashback to where it's Nant sitting in the exact same spot, also crying.
Mm-hmm.
So, things are thinging.
Things are thinking.
um, and then Captain and Poon had an actual hazing mission, like a real one. And that was to get a photo of whoever is going into Keen's room at night, because I think the rugby team suspects it's a guy, but I don't know that they know for sure certain. And so
Mm-hmm.
they're like, get a video of it. And of course, it's Captain's like specialty, so of course he does. And wouldn't you know it, it's Soong.
My God.
Yeah,
Busy man.
right? And Captain films it and then shows it to Zoe and First. And First is crashing out again. And Zoe's such an asshole in this moment. He goes, okay, but you two aren't exclusive.
Okay, I do feel like
He's,
that's kind of fair.
it's fair, but it's also just really fucking funny.
Yeah. He's
Because,
being a
like,
realist.
he is, but also they, like, moved in together, you know?
That's true. But he's
Right?
like, think about how many pizzas this guy delivers to. Like,
Right. And I will say it's also, Soon was working. Like, that wasn't like a friends with benefits type of a thing. Soon got paid
mm-hmm.
to do that. So, like, it's a little different, right? It's,
Yeah,
if that's
first
your
does not know
job,
that Sung is like even though he met Sung this way, like through sex work, I guess he doesn't assume he's doing it with anyone else for some
yeah,
reason.
right? Which, I mean, I guess is
So,
because they're having so much sex. Um,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, no, like, that's like a main way for, like, Soon to, like, you know, uh, I have lost my words, but that's the main way for Soon to make money. God, why
Yeah,
did my
yeah.
brain just shut down?
That's
um,
okay. My brain's I'm gonna get so tongue tied later on when I have to keep going through all the names over and over
yeah,
again. So don't worry.
yeah. So what's really funny though is Zoe and First and Captain also just call Soon Pizza Guy at this point. Um,
Yeah. That's also how like my friends referred to the guys that my other friends were talking to like during college.
yeah,
Like there was one where I still have him saved in my phone as his name's Devin and then in parentheses it's Street Boy. because my friend like met him on the street. They're married now.
Oh, I love
And
that.
he's
He's still
still on my
straight
phone
boy.
as Devin Street Boy.
That's so funny. Some
So
names you
yeah,
just can't escape.
never goes away.
Yeah. And Tina comes up while Zoe and First and Captain are talking. And he like brings Zoe like a bubble tea or something like that. And he's like listening in on their conversation and he pieces together Pizza Guy is his friend Sung. He doesn't say anything, but you could see it like the brain's ticking.
Mm-hmm.
Rare moment for him. Um
Yeah.
and then we're back to Nant, who's in his room doing things, and he joins the streaming site that Nant was on, which is like Thai Boys Live or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he matches with someone who knew Nant. So it was one of the names he like knew to keep an eye out for. And the guy's username is like nuts whatever. It's like his full like Thai name, right?
Mm-hmm.
um and so he matches up with whoever that is. And then Zoe and Tina are together and Zoe's like, "I'm ready to have sex with you." And then they start to have sex, but there hasn't been any actual penetration at this point. And Tina, I guess, is getting a little frustrated and pushes it too far, even when Zoe says to stop. And then uh, Tina makes a comment saying that they'll have to do it one day anyway, since they're in a relationship now and they're gonna be a couple. And that freaks Zoe out. Zoe's
Mm-hmm.
like, "You said that sex doesn't have to be part of the relationship, yada yada yada, right?" Um, and so then Tina's got to like backtrack and be like, "I didn't mean it that way."
Yeah. And like one thing is like they do have a safe word and like what we
hmm
mentioned before, like Zoe didn't use it. And so I guess that's like plausible deniability.
Yeah,
But yeah, it is like
because they
fairly
talk about it.
shitty.
I will say that the conversation they have afterwards is mostly a good conversation because they do talk about the safe word and how it wasn't used. And it's Tina's like, "You didn't use the safe word, so I didn't realize that I was going too far." And Zoe's like, "I'm too new."
Yeah, like I'm
Like,
yeah, he that is interesting. Yeah, he's like I'm too new at BDSM to it's
yeah,
not
and
even BDSM. They're
it's not,
just
no, they just have a safe
it's
word,
just yeah, and that's like
which,
I think that's cool too. Like,
yeah, I think it's
you know.
useful,
Yeah.
to set some easy boundaries. And Zoe's like, "You should have been able to like read the room basically at that moment," which I think is fair, even with the safe word. When it's somebody who's inexperienced and doesn't know things,
Mhm.
you have to be able to still decide where those limits are, whether or not they tell you verbally.
Yeah.
They will tell you in other ways. And Zoe was
Yeah.
definitely at that point.
Yeah.
So I think they did a good job of handling it here too. That's one of the things. Like I think like how they handled all the safe words was fine. I just would have liked to also see it used correctly.
Yeah. I agree.
Just once. That we could, out of
Instead
all
of
the
doing
others.
just like a not a what not to do, a
Yeah.
what to do.
It would have been nice to see that they actually do know what they're doing and they don't just fuck all this up constantly. Um,
Yeah.
um, and then we're back with Captain and Keen, and Keen is like masturbating. I don't know where the fuck he is. Cause he's like at a bar or something, but they're like, I have no idea what this room is.
Yeah, he's in like a lobby or something. I
Yeah,
thought I thought it was Playboy, but he doesn't work at Playboy.
no,
But it looks like Playboy.
right? It might be the same
So,
set, but it literally it's almost like like maybe like the hotel counter or like a lounge bar lounge or something like in a hotel kind of vibe, but it's not that either. I have no idea where the fuck they are, right?
yeah,
It's a very
I don't
bougie
either.
looking area, right? Um,
Couldn't tell you.
yeah, I don't know. And Captain, I guess I skipped this in the notes, but Captain caught Keen with his underwear earlier, right? Which may or may not have led to things. Um, that's
Mhm.
at least that sex scene is off camera. So Keen is now out in this whatever lobby, whatever the fuck, masturbating again. Literally just out in the open. I don't
Yeah.
understand it. He's like behind a counter, but it's
Everyone's
so, yeah,
keeps doing it.
it's so weird. And Captain walks up and he's like ready for round two. And then Captain gives Keen like a blowjob. Um, uh, oh, okay, no, this is where the round two is. We get a flashback to Captain giving Keen a blowjob before the rugby tryouts as part of
Mm-hmm.
his way of getting on the rugby team, right?
Yes.
And Captain was filming it, and Captain is also filming this now because that's what he does. Um,
Yes. And he will film everything else.
yes. um, and then First and Soong are again arguing about sex because they do that. They're either having sex or arguing about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And First says that like ever since he doesn't have any money anymore, Soong hasn't been interested in him, which is correct.
Yeah.
And then Soong's like, well, then we shouldn't see each other anymore. Like, great.
Works out for all of us. Good
Yeah.
riddance.
And then Captain shows the videos that he has now recorded to the team. Um, and the Captain's not visible in them, so they can't tell who the other person is on those, right? But Keen is, and they're all like, we don't want someone like Keen who's gay being the coach of the team because oh my god, it's the worst thing in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are a little sus of Captain. They're like, you didn't like do this just to set him up, did you? And he's like, no, I like women.
No, I feel like they obviously kind of know, but they just don't have proof.
Yeah. Um, and then Not is trying to figure out, like, Not is on the laptop and he can tell that the like hard drive is full, but he can't find any files on like his on the laptop, and so he gets Captain who to like help him like find whatever the hidden files are. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and this is one thing I call bullshit on. Captain's a nosy little bitch. Captain wouldn't have been, here's your one random video that's on hidden, and then walk away. He'd just been like, I want to
Yeah,
watch.
I agree. There's no way
Especially,
he would have left.
yeah, because I think Not also tells him that he bought like the laptop secondhand or something like that, and that's why he's trying to find the files so he could get rid of them and make space,
Yeah.
right? Captain would have been all about that shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Captain finds the file, drags it on the desktop for him, and then says, good luck, bye, and walks away. And
Mm-hmm.
Not then watches the video, and it is Nant having very violent sex with a dude in a dog mask. Um, there are a
Yeah.
knife involved that looks, I think it looks like he straight up gets stabbed. He doesn't get stabbed, but
Yeah.
it
It looks
looks
like
like it,
it.
right? And I remember the first time watching this, losing my shit at the dog mask because it's like, oh, we're going like full kink now.
Yep.
um, and then Not then goes back to prom again and to have sex, and he's like piecing together that Prom might be the dog mask man. He's like, we are very kinky here, so this feels in line with that. Um,
And Prom has like a bunch of other masks. None of them
yeah.
are dog masks, but he has like a good amount of other like latex
Mm,
things. So it seems possible.
yeah. I would have also made that conclusion.
Yeah, definitely. Episode 4, all about feelings. So Pop is on a video call with Nut, who I don't remember how they meet exactly, but like they're both on the Tide Boy live, and he like gets money for it, but then he ends up like blocking Nut and sends the money to his mom and siblings. I don't really remember what the
So,
origin story here was.
so it's only kind of vague. Of Nut has been following Pulp for a long time on this
Uh-huh.
website, and he's been really into him for a long time. And so he, I think, helped like pay for his laptop and all that and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Nut is just really into Pulp, and Pulp doesn't really know who Nut is at this point,
Yeah.
which is why he's
He's
like,
just like,
I'm,
okay, money, great.
yeah, thank you, bye.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So we then also see Captain. He shares a sex tape of him and a girl to the rugby team, but it's just what's his
Zoe.
name? Zoe in a wig, so it's not real. But Pun is pissed that like he was like, I can't believe you took a video of your girlfriend like that and like shared it without her consent. Like that's like a really fucked up thing to do. Because Pun's a nice person. He's like the only normal one here, literally.
Yeah.
And Soong and Keen, they're hooking up like as they've been doing, but this time like Soong's thinking about first and Keen's thinking about Captain.
This is also a paid situationship here.
Yes, this is like a pizza delivery add-on situation. Yeah. And first goes to apologize to Soong, but he basically like overhears Soong and his friends talking about how like he was just like a mark for money. And even though Soong was saying like, okay, even though it started out this way, like I do genuinely care about him, but then they talk about like how you like were stealing rings from him and you were like trying to, you know, like get money and stuff. And so first is understandably very upset about that and like runs away crying. This is exactly what his friends warned him and he didn't listen, but we're not going to victim blame here.
I mean, I will, but
yeah, maybe a little bit.
A little.
But yeah, he gets fucked over. You live and learn, I guess.
I mean, I don't think he learns.
No, never. No one learns anything in this show.
No.
So Nant has spent days with Prom and just like learning more about him. And he thinks that Prom isn't kinky enough, or the Prom says he's not kinky enough for a dog mask when Nant asks him about it. And it seems that Nut is the one with the dog mask. He's the one from the streaming site.
Yeah, because I think that's like the only person left to really piece things together from everything that Not knows right now. So.
Yeah, and I mean, not now. He's got like a knife out and he's interrogating Prom because he's been here for days. He's getting the information he needs. And Prom is like thinking this is like a kink thing. He's like, this goes against our contract. And Nant's like, what contract? And then Prom realizes like, oh, this isn't Nant. Like, who are you? Like, Nant knows about the contract. And so Nant tells him like, yeah, I'm the twin. I'm looking for my brother. But then they both start working together to find out what happened to Nant. Because Prom also really cared about Nant. So he's like, oh, damn, like, I'll help you. Like,
yeah.
What do we got? So an ally gained.
Yeah, I like that not just like accidentally gives up like who he is so quickly. Prom's like, this is bullshit.
At that point, I think he's just like over it. He's like, it's just gonna be easier this way. I don't think it's him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if it was Prom, he would have been like, how the fuck are you here?
Yeah.
So
what they do find out, or what Prom is able to tell, is that Nant was a drug addict, and because of that, he was super in debt, and because of that, he signed the contract with Prom, the contract where like they're gonna have sex, slave, and also the master slave contract, and then also on top of that, like he was selling the videos, but also he was involved with a couple other people, and that includes Ob, Song, and Tina. So the other Playboys. Yeah.
It's all interwoven.
So, yeah, we have to go investigate them now. And then Keen, on the other hand, he has hired Pop for, like, a happy ending massage. And Keen is like, I don't wear condoms. And Pop's like, I'm not gonna have sex with you.
Good for him.
If you're not gonna wear condoms. Yeah, good for him. And so Keen is 0 for 2 right now. Like, Keen is so pathetic. Like, just wear a condom. Like, damn.
Right? Like, honestly, When
Is it that
with like
serious?
that and like with a sex worker for your
Yeah.
own protection, right?
Yeah. For their protection, your own protection, it's like, I don't know. Don't be, that's
Yeah.
just like so risky.
Yeah. Like you would hope that the sex workers are taking care of themselves, but like you need that extra like barrier just in case regardless.
Yeah. You never know.
Some men, I swear to God.
Some men. So, Nut creates a new account to message Pop because he got blocked on the first one. And he's like, hey, I'm making this movie. Like, do you want to be in it? Acting. Wink, wink. Just
Yep.
kidding. He's like actually making a movie.
Mm-hmm.
He
Well,
does make porn, but he
yeah.
on top of that has been writing like his screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
And Nant meets up with Tina to see if like he knows anything because Nant's now trying to get information from the other guys. And like Tina doesn't seem alarmed at all to see him, so Nant's like, okay, like that kind of clears him for the most part. And he's like making out with Tina, who gets caught by First. And First calls up Zoe and is like, hey, your man is over here making out with your good friend Nant. And so Zoe comes, and then they are arguing over whether Zoe's a virgin or not. Because I guess somehow Tina was in Captain's group and saw the video of Captain and Zoe
Yeah.
in a wig, like doing it,
But they
even though
didn't
they
actually have
weren't. And
sex. Yeah.
I don't know how he knew it was Zoe.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't go into
The,
details here.
yeah, this part makes no sense. You just, I guess, just accept it. But so
Yeah.
that's why he is seeing like hooking up with old flames now because he thinks his boyfriend lied about the virgin thing. And not
Yeah.
even boyfriend, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make sense, but okay.
Yep.
So, okay, Nut and Pop they film a porno together.
Yep.
So yeah, he does films of all kind
Yep. And drugs. Lots of drugs.
and drug. Yes,
They're definitely on some drugs at this moment.
yes, they like to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And Nant and Tina they're back together again, and Nant is like Tina's trying to like get cozy, but Nant is asking so many questions. It makes him suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zoe shows up again, and Tina is like, listen, he only wanted to have sex with me like for the info, for no other reason though, so I like turned him down.
Yeah, this whole scene was kind
So
of funny because Not is like trying to get with Tina, but also he's just asking like the most blatant questions, and Tina's like, "You're clearly fishing for something. Who the fuck are you?" Like, and then whatever,
mm-hmm.
and he's like, "We're not doing this." And then Zoe walks up, and Not looks at Zoe and goes, "Don't be mad at him. I was the one pushing," and then just walks
Yeah.
away, gone.
Yeah, he keeps
Like,
just walking away, like getting out of their arguments. But at least Not now finally tells the group who he is.
hmm
Um
in the dumbest
he's
way
like,
though,
yeah.
because Zoe like is losing his shit. They're all like at the house, whatever, together, the whole friend group. And Zoe's like, "How dare you do this to me? We're friends, whatever." And Not's like, "I'm not actually your friend." Zoe's like, "Are you
Mm-hmm.
fucking kidding me right now?" And Not's like, "No, really, I'm not Nant." And they're like, "Who the fuck are you?" It's just so funny. I'm like, you couldn't have thought of any other way to do this,
I'm not your friend. I'm your friend's brother.
right? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they all the four of them know now.
Yeah. So episode 5 is called Bought with Cash. And I will say, I appreciate that at the top of episode 5, we basically get a recap of
Mm-hmm.
like everything relevant. So Not
Yeah.
fills the whole group in on like his side that the last birthday that Not and Nant had, Nant was the last time they talked, and he was supposed to get like on a plane to come to him because at the time Not and their dad were living in a different country. And so that's all that Nant knew at this point. It was Nant was supposed to get on a plane and then never did, basically. And so then the friend group fills in like from their side where Captain introduced Nant to the Thai Boys Live website. where he met Nut, which we don't know Nut's name at this point. This friend group doesn't, but it's just easier to call him that. And so it's just some random username for them. And then Nant asks the friends to borrow the 100,000 baht, which is about 3,200 USD right now. But they said no. And then Nant started going to prom and sleeping with him for money. And then Nant sold those videos to Captain. And then Nant also explains who Nant was involved with as far as like the friend group as well, with like Tina and all of them. So it's like now everybody.
It's like, by the way, guess who else is involved? All of your boyfriends.
Right. I think Jump was the only one not involved.
I think so.
And so then Tina and Zoe make up. And Zoe is mad at Captain for the clip because I guess that clip wasn't supposed to get out any further. And Pooin is still the only normal person on the show.
Yeah, he's still the only one again who's like against people's sex tapes being shared without their consent, which is,
yeah,
you would think logical, but no one else in the show cares.
Yep. Because everyone knows that that's what Captain sells, and they're all fine with it. They all get him videos, where only one party is consenting to being filmed, and it's the one that's not visible.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
But so Jump and Porsche are having sex in a car again when somehow Jump sees that the car is registered to somebody named Jason Lee. It's a character that at this point we haven't met. And Porsche is like, yeah, that's just my dad. Don't worry about it. But this is where Jump starts to see some like cracks in like Porsche's threats because I guess he recognizes that name.
Or at the least too, he's like, because he's like, oh, are you mixed? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, like that doesn't, I guess, I don't know, just based on the name and stuff, he's like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I guess because Lee is Korean usually. I assume it's not a Thai last name.
Or Chinese.
Yeah. Either way, I don't think it's a Thai name. Not when you see. Well, Ten's last name is Lee.
Yeah.
And Ten is like Chinese Thai mix somehow, I think. So, I don't know. I don't know how from Jason Lee he figures out there's maybe something going on there.
I think he's just like, oh, Jason.
Yeah.
Maybe he does know Jason. I don't know.
So I assume Jason's also Thai, so I don't actually know.
I feel like he's supposed to be like Singaporean, but that's just
is that
that's just based on my assumptions.
Oh, what's the actor? Me. He's Thai.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Thai. So, oh my God, I'm older than him. What? Why am I older than everybody?
I don't know.
He looks older to me, so.
What is his name again? Oh, Jason.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah. I mean, I've only got like 5 months on him, but.
Well, that's about the same.
Yeah. I think he looks older than I do. But yeah, so for some reason, then Jump meets up with an old client named Tudor. So now we have Tudor in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Another new character.
Yeah.
And now
he does not want to be with Porsche. He does not like Porsche.
No.
So
he's very much being forced into this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Poon is now working at Playboy for some reason. Don't know where that came from, but he's here.
Yeah, in all fairness, like he is the scholarship student and he like needs money, and so I guess this is the way you do it around here. So I can kind of give it a pass, but it does seem a little random.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But he's like immediately very popular because he's, the new toy basically. And so Ob wants to know why he's so popular, so they hook up for a performance review, and Poon's performance is abysmal.
At least that's what Op says. But
I mean, he was a pillow princess, so
I respect a pillow princess. Honestly,
I mean, yes, except when your job is to not do that, to be the exact opposite.
some people want a pillow princess.
I mean, true, but I don't think that's their usual clientele from the vibes I
Probably
get.
not,
So,
but
yeah.
yeah.
So, but anyway, Ob's pissed because he's like, "You suck, and you're gonna be not popular as soon as everyone realizes." So,
Hmm.
and then Not uh ties up Sung and interrogates him, and we find out that Nat and Sung slept together a few times, and one time like Nat came over and like used up all his drugs and started like a fight, and like that all happened and whatever. And after that, like Nat like repaid the money for like the drugs, and then also he was the one who started supplying the drugs instead, not the other way around. So Sung's like, we all bought our drugs from him. Um,
Hmm.
and he's like, maybe he got his drugs from the other guy he was seeing, which for us is not. Um,
Hmm.
so maybe. And then
Yeah,
we,
because up until then, Not was like, "Oh, I'm investigating these guys because my brother got drugs from them." But they're
yeah,
like, "No, you have it backwards. Like, we got our drugs from him.
yeah.
He got them from somewhere else."
hmm And every time Not thinks he has something figured out, it's wrong.
It is. Yeah.
Which I would be making the same connections as him. Oop. So like I
Yeah.
agree, but it's definitely one of those. It's like, damn. um, and then we see Nut and Pop are getting all very domestic. They
Mm-hmm.
they are in it with each other very quickly. It's kind of cute, but also there's something about Nut that just freaks me out, even when he's not doing
Me
anything, and he's
too.
just existing, and just the vibe that he gives off is just so concerning.
Yeah, he has like an ominous aura.
hmm And I need to find like a normal video of like the actor to see if it's like the actor, if it's or if he's just that good at the character.
That's true.
Because it's also just Seth MacFarlane all over again every
Yeah,
time.
I thought
It's it's
exactly.
it's bad aura Seth MacFarlane.
I hate that you pointed that out to me.
Sorry. Sorry to anyone else who's gonna look it up now and see it. Um, um, and then Prom now has this idea that we're gonna get all the suspects together in one room for some reason. So that's our new plan.
Great.
Cool.
Good plan.
Yep.
So, we're going to start our plan with episode 6. There is truth in a glass of wine, it's called.
hmm
And we start with Pun and Up. They star in one of Nut's pornos, except it's like not working out because I guess Up can do anything for money except have like sex like a loving couple. Like that's the only thing he draws the line is like intimacy like that.
Yeah. So, just causing problems with the filming. So,
Yeah, I will say Pun and Up are my favorite couple. They're the only ones I like even semi care about.
yeah.
Like both of them are fairly like normal and they have kind of like I like kind of their background of like here is this like jaded, hardened like sex worker who swears he'll never fall in love with anyone and then here's this like green newcomer who has like a lot of love in his heart and
hmm
softens him up. Like I think that's like a cute like storyline to look
Yeah.
at. So I do like these two. I think both the characters are fine.
hmm Yeah.
So the party. And I will say this party is the number one thing I remembered from my first watch was just how bizarre it is. Cuz basically they invite all the suspects. It's broad fucking daylight. It's like noon maybe, and they all look a mess. Like
I don't know what the
what the
theme was.
fuck? What was the theme? Was it like pajama or something?
Something like that, but like half of them are in like speedos.
Yeah. Fucking Captain is wearing like a Attack on Titan skin suit. Like
Is
he
that
looks
what
like
that
he
was?
was. I don't know. It looks like he was like flayed. Like his skin was like. It looks awful. Like they all look a proper mess.
Yes.
If I say so myself. And it's
Yeah.
awkward because it's broad daylight. It's like high noon. And they're like, let's play Never Have I Ever. And they're playing Never Have I Ever. And then also at this point, they do think that Captain and Prom are brothers, which they're not, but like
Portia
everyone
prom?
thinks that.
Portion prom.
Oh, sorry, Portia and Prom. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, they're not, but how awkward. Like, what?
But they call each other brothers. So I don't like that's never cleared up. Not completely.
Yeah, it will be, I mean, a little bit
A
later.
little bit, but it's
But it's like I would not want to be at a party where two brothers are there and then we're playing like Never Have I Ever and 7 Minutes in Heaven, which is
yeah.
what they do next. Um, okay, I have one complaint, another complaint. The staging in the show is so bad. Like they have just like the characters like stand in a line and like face the camera in any given scene. And like they don't bother to stage them naturally. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna have you guys like it's just so natural for everyone to stand in a line and face one direction and talk.
Yeah. My biggest complaint with that is how long they pause to do anything. Because I watched most of the show on 2X, and even then,
Yeah.
there's so much of them just not doing anything and just staring. And it's not
That's
even
fair.
like the typical like pause before like a kiss or something like that. It's just a pause before they do anything.
Yeah. I recommend if you're gonna watch the show to watch it in like 1.5
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're doing their little, I don't know, 7 Minutes in Heaven or whatever, and like really the only important thing here is that Soong really wants to make up with First. Like he feels super bad and really wants to get back together. And Jump is actually the one who tells Nant that Nut is the one with the dog mask. He's like, yeah, we went to this party, like me and Keen and whatever. He had the dog mask, Nut did. And he's like, yeah, and he also like he's a drug dealer. He's the one who sold Nant the drugs. So
Yeah.
that's what they acquire.
I've just realized. So this party comes up quite a bit after this, right? Do we ever find out what the deal with the party actually was? Like, I know it was just like
No.
just a sex party, but like that's they make like a bigger fuss about it than that, right?
No, and I have a lot of questions about the mask because there are 3 different characters who like rotate the mask. Or
Yeah,
I guess 2. I
two
don't
that
know.
matter.
Yeah. No, there's 3 characters that rotate the mask. And then it ends up actually being the person who like wasn't really in that rotation. I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll get to it, I guess. I don't know if I
Yeah.
just missed something or if it just doesn't make sense. Could literally be either.
It could be both.
It could be both. It probably is both. But for right now, we think, okay, Nut has the mask. He has the drugs. He's like the number 1 suspect.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So Porsche and Prom argue, and this is when we find out that they're not actually brothers. And their dad is actually just Porsche's like sugar daddy. And we never learn really what Prom is. He's like the son, but I don't think he's like a sugar baby. He's just there, and he's not the real son.
Yeah.
Did you
So
catch that?
so the sugar daddy I know calls him like considers him a son, but I don't know why that means he and Prom are siblings. The only thing I can think, so the sugar daddy legally adopted Prom, right? So I'm wondering if he also adopted Porsche. Or sorry, yeah, he legally adopted Porsche. We know that for a fact
Yeah,
because that's how that happened. I'm wondering if he also legally adopted Prom, and it's just not explained.
I
And that's
guess.
because I
But we
wonder
don't
if
really learn like Prom's history with
We don't learn
daddy.
anybody's history with anything.
No, we don't.
So the only thing that would make sense to me is that Prom was also adopted at some point, but maybe they didn't have the sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship.
I feel like they used to, but not anymore. And Prom is just like the best person to take over the business after.
Yeah. Because he's definitely
Because
being groomed to take over everything at this point.
because we also know that Ob was also a sugar baby for this guy before
Yeah.
he got traded in. So, I don't know.
So,
But
I just
anyway, I guess that's when we learn all this.
yeah, I think it's episode 13, maybe 14. We're at the very beginning where we get the sugar daddy's lore for like 2 seconds, and they start naming the characters and who they are in relation to him. With all it's the lover, and it's scratched out, and it goes the right hand man, and then with Prom it's just the son.
Yeah.
So we don't
So
get
I don't
the
know.
so I have a feeling they didn't have that kind of relationship. I think that
Yeah.
was a little cleaner because it was Ob and then Porsche for that. So
Yeah. But we never learn.
no, we don't. But that would be my guess.
Yeah, and both of them are kind of yelling at each other too, because they're like, Daddy's not gonna be happy that your like his sugar is just going to like your sugar baby,
Yeah.
because like Portia's spending money on Jump, and then Prom is spending money on Naunt, so
Yep.
they're like, Daddy's not gonna be happy about this. And Pop goes for a drug deal because he's helping Nut out with this, and like he gives it to like some guy, and the guy's like, I'm gonna report you unless you give me head. And so he does, and I think he gets extra money for it. And like Nut sees this, and like Man is like freaking out. He's having like violent fantasies about like murdering Pop and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, this guy is bad news, man. Like
He needs help.
he needs like severe psychiatric help.
Yes.
And so he goes online, and of course Nant is already there, and like they go to their little chat room, their video room, and like Nant finally sees his face, and then Nant gets him to like go to the window, and so they see outside, so they can kind of see like what building he's in. And then they get him to go out the front door, so they see his like room number. So now they basically have his address.
Yeah, he's in the same building as somebody else. I don't remember who else it is. So that's why as soon as
A
they go,
Sung or someone.
yeah, and so as soon as he's like outside and they see like the city skyline behind him, they immediately know what building it is.
Crazy deduction skills.
Yeah.
So, and then at the end of the call, Not reveals his face, which is like, of course, shocking to Nut. And then Pop comes home from his deal. He's really sweet. He like tells the truth right away. He's like, yeah, the drug deal went fine, except I had to like suck this guy's dick. But he like gave me your money for it, so it's like it's okay. And then I think Nut realizes he was like crashing out for no reason. Like his boyfriend's not like cheating on him or hiding anything from him. Like Pop is just super open and honest and just like, yeah, sucks I had to do that, but I just thought about like how I could use the extra money to buy you even better food. So here's the
Here's the
your
food
really
I bought.
nice meal. Yeah, exactly. He's like a sweet, like innocent kid.
Yeah, he's just very poor, and that's why he's also a sex worker. But and
Yeah.
I guess now a drug dealer.
Yeah. Yes.
He's just in a really shitty situation.
Uh
So episode 7, you can tell our notes started getting less and less
oh,
because we're skipping all the sex and we're skipping a lot of the relationship bullshit because there's a lot of them getting mad at each other over the dumbest shit and like it's like one of the worst instances of like just bad communication.
yeah.
And or even if it's they understand, it's like they purposely just hurt each other just to get mad, and then but it literally like 2 seconds later they're over it.
Yeah, it's like, why did we even do this in the first place?
Yeah. So episode 7, Time for Revenge. rugby guy is like one of the random rugby players on the team sees Captain and Keen being coupled because they're like out in the open somewhere. Um, it's supposed to be somewhere that's kind of secluded, but the people are there all the fucking time, so
Mm-hmm.
like it's not that secluded. But yeah, so they're being a little too coupley there, and rugby guys like can't have the gays here, you know. Um,
Mm-mm.
so I guess Keen's off somewhere because the team like corners Captain about it, and they're like, "The fuck is this?" And Captain like blames it all on Keen. It was like it was all him.
Mm-hmm.
Like it takes two to tango, my friend.
Yeah.
Um, and then Prom and Not are together, and Prom gives Not a gun, but like in the meantime, they're just pointing it at each other. Like that's how Prom gives it to him is by like pointing it at him at Not, and then Not takes it and then points it at Prom. And then Prom like he's pointing it like at his forehead, and Prom like moves it down to like point at his own like heart at that point. And it's like, okay, you guys, this is not how we do this.
Take a
Uh,
gun safety course. This is not what you're supposed to do at all.
no, and this is one of those weird things where, as an actor, I would have such a hard time in scenes with guns. Even if I know it's a fake gun or something like that, or I know it's not loaded, I would just be like, so much can go wrong, as we have seen
Hmm.
happen on sets. I'm like, the thought of having even a fake gun pointed at me freaks me out. Like, it gives me like my skin crawls, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
seeing that
Yeah.
stresses me out, where like, it takes me out of the scene so much because I'm like, oh, as an actor, I would hate this.
Yeah, right.
um, and then Jump, we switch back over to Jump and Porsche, and Jump has like figured Porsche's whole bullshit out now, and so Jump
Mm-hmm.
stops listening to Porsche and just ignores him because he's like, you don't have any actual leverage on me. And if anything, I have leverage on you now, so now I'm the master in this relationship. Like, sure.
Reversal.
And then Captain and Keen are talking because Keen's upset that Captain blamed everything on him, right? And Captain's like, I only blamed it all on you because of um homophobia, basically. But actually, I really like you. And then they hug up in the shower, and Captain's a fucking asshole and has a camera set up again, to record it again because
Yeah.
he literally won't do
He's
anything
like,
with that camera. Um,
no, he's like addicted to it.
yeah, and I don't even know if it's a exhibition thing as much as he just wants the money.
Yeah. It's like a conquest video, basically.
Yeah, and then First and like Soong are like not in a good place either. So First is like, we can hook up on the condition that you are now my slave. Um, I don't know exactly what kind of sex they're having because it's like he's just biting Soong. I don't know because he never takes his pants off, and I
Most
could.
of the sex scenes, they never take their pants off.
So they normally don't take their underwear off. They just like
Oh.
pull it down, quote unquote, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But this one,
Were his pants on?
yeah, he was straight in jeans, and it was
Oh.
Soong was like sitting on his face, but also had like his underwear on. So I didn't entirely understand what was happening in that scene.
I have no
Like
idea.
Soong was just in pain. I know that whatever was happening was very painful for him, but
Mm-hmm.
I do not understand what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
But after they're done with whatever they're doing, um, First just throws a ton of money down and like slams it onto like Soong's chest and then walks away. So who fucking knows what just happened because it's not me. Um,
Mm-mm.
and then Not being the dummy he is, he goes alone to Nut's place. Um, and on his way there, he runs into Pulp, who he holds hostage.
Oh
uh,
boy.
Yeah, and then Nut says that Not said he was gonna go kill himself, and that was the last he heard. So cool. Apparently, Not was talking about committing suicide. So that's a plot
Yeah.
twist. Maybe he didn't get murdered. Um,
It's like a whole intense scene where it's like guns pointed everywhere and it's like, what did you do to my brother? And he's like, your brother killed himself, I think. And like very intense. And then we start episode 8, the most valuable person. And now they're just like chilling on the couch. Like fully just like civil conversation, chilling on the couch and chatting now.
Yeah,
Like,
they're just fine.
yeah. It's like, sorry about the gun thing. I didn't mean to almost kill your boyfriend, but
Yep,
tell me about suicide.
Right?
And Nut, I guess, basically convinces him that he's not the dog mask guy. But they did meet on Playboyy Live, and like he was like, yeah, we were interested in doing movies together, and we like kind of were seeing each other, but then he became like super obsessed with me because I couldn't commit to a relationship with him, and like our relationship deteriorated because Nant was like very addicted to drugs, and there was like one day where he got caught in a checkpoint and he had to throw a bunch of them away. Because of that, he was in severe debt with my boss, and like he just became really unstable and like stabbed me one day, and like he has like the scar to prove it and everything. And that's how he proves he's not the dog mask guy, because he's like, look, the guy in the video like doesn't have the stab wound like that I do here. Like it would have been clearer.
That's such a dumb argument, in my opinion, because it's like, what if this video was from before the stabbing?
Yeah, I
Right.
know.
Like, but
I guess,
Not goes with it. Not's fine with that as an
yeah,
explanation.
he's like checks out. But I guess a better explanation, he's like, oh, but I guess I just like do have this video of your brother hanging himself.
Fucking dramatic as hell. Oh.
Yeah, like, okay, you were sitting on that little piece of info.
Yeah.
And
I had so many questions from that, though, that I feel like nobody ever questions that scene. And I'm like, okay, he's somewhere. Where the fuck is the body?
yeah, no, I think eventually they do question it, because they're like, first of all, who hit the stop button? Second of all, how did we get this video?
Mm-hmm.
And third of all, like, a body was never found. So that's later on, they're like, I think he's still alive. And those are their reasons.
Yeah. But it definitely takes somebody else saying it, because immediately I was like, this is no.
Yeah, it just like doesn't make sense.
Maybe Nod's emotions were too strong and he wasn't.
Yeah,
clearly
that's fair.
It's a lot easier to say from this side, but
and then so Captain, he has been like posting those videos of him and Keen for money. He has like a Sport Boy page, so all the videos he's been taking, he has been posting, just to be clear.
Yes, because he sucks.
He sucks, yeah. And Zoe and Tina, they finally have like penetrative sex because they're in love now, and it's like not shown on screen at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like mentioned in passing, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Like we don't get a lot of like vanilla sex here, like coupley stuff.
Yeah, we don't really see a whole lot of that type of sex from those two, period. We see blowjobs more than anything from them.
Yeah. But I guess, yeah, that's happened. And this is when Prom starts thinking it's possible that Nant faked his death. Because they're like, yeah, this video does not add up at all. And then Nut says something about how, like, he's like, oh my God, I'm in my mid-30s. And I was like, what?
He looks like he's like 23.
He looks so young. And I guess the actor, I looked it up, at the time he was like 29. But I think it's like him paired with Pop, who looks super young too. I was like, I did not think this was a man, and that was like 35. I thought this was like a 23-year-old.
Yeah. How old is Pop? So their
Probably
age
a
gap.
lot younger.
Yeah. Because Nut, the actor, is 94 line, and Pop's actor View is 2003.
Yeah.
So 9-year age gap there.
I mean, Pop looks like super young during it. Like he looks like a teenager.
Yeah.
I guess he would have been like 19, 20. So.
Yeah. So 3 years ish ago, he would have been 20, depending on when they filmed. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nut also doesn't look mid-30s.
No, so I was kind of shocked when he said that. I was like, oh damn, okay, I didn't realize
Mm-hmm.
this. And so Keen and Nut met up because, like, remember they knew each other and they like went to that party together. And Nut kind of makes a comment of like, hey, that thing I told you to hold on to, like, make sure you hold on to that. Make sure you don't throw it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's cryptic.
Yep. Wonder what that is.
Yeah. And oh my god, now we get freaking like first and Soong food critic roleplay. And it's so I hate it. They like there's like ketchup on a toe, and then Soong is like licking off the ketchup on the toe. It's like, oh, and First is wearing this mustache.
I'm so
Alex,
glad
I
I
can't
read.
do this anymore.
I was so glad I read your notes before I watched that scene, so I knew to just skip it. Because I saw the dot of ketchup on the toe and I went, absolutely not. I do not have a foot fetish. I
I'm
do
not.
not like feet.
I don't like feet. I love ketchup, but ketchup on a toe sounds like the worst possible thing you could put your mouth on.
Yeah, more power to these actors, I have to say, because
I couldn't
I
do
couldn't.
it.
No, no,
I couldn't do it.
I I would not want to do any job that much to.
Yeah. And at least I guess First also realizes he takes it too far, cuz he asks Soong, he's like, is it too much? And Soong's like, kind of, yeah. And like First starts crying and breaks down. He's like, listen, I just want to love you and I just want to be with you. Like, I'm sorry that I'm making you go through this. Let's just like be together.
Mm,
Oops. I'm sorry it took this. This is how you realized it. But like,
yeah,
dude, that's crazy.
yeah, that's.
The ketchup toe.
I don't know if that or the popcorn scene's worse for me because the popcorn
The
scene freaked me out.
popcorn scene is awful.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll get there.
we'll get there soon. But yeah. Oh, and Porsche is now jealous of the guy that Jump has abandoned him for.
Hmm.
Um, and then Op is jealous of how popular Pun has been with clients. So we have kind of parallel jealousy.
Hmm.
And then once again, First and Soong are literally not even hiding from First Dad. Like
Nope.
First is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go like hang out with Zoe, and then he just like walks outside and like kisses Soong, and Dad is like standing right there, like,
Yeah.
do you think I'm stupid?
It's like, come on. Like, it
Like,
looks
at
like they're
least walk to the
driving,
curb.
right? Like, it looks like their driveway makes like that one of those like horseshoe shaped ones. And so, like, just go to the
Mm-hmm.
end of it where it's not at the front door where all the windows
Yeah,
are.
literally, that's all you have to do. And Nant is like really burnt out from searching for his brother, and he's like, I don't even know if I want to find him anymore. Like, knowing what I know about him now, like how he was like abusive to people around him and addicted to drugs, and like, you know, was doing things for money that was
Yeah.
hurting people. He was like, I don't even know if I want to find him anymore.
Yeah. I think it's been a little bit of a reality check for him that his brother isn't a good person.
Yeah,
So,
he just, there's so much about his brother that he had no idea and like was not prepared for.
hmm.
And then we do see Captain finds the dog mask at Keen's house, which is like what we assume this is the thing he was asked to hold on to by Nut.
Yeah. I don't think Captain
Maybe.
finds it. I think we see Keen staring at it
No, Captain finds it.
later. Later. It's into the next
Oh,
episode.
later? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I see. Okay,
We
gotcha,
see
gotcha.
Keen
Oh,
with
you're
it
right.
first. Yeah.
You're so
So.
right. Okay.
So, anyway,
But yeah, that's how
he's
that
got it.
ends.
Yeah.
He's got the dog mask. He's got that dog in him.
Oh no. uh, okay. Episode 9, the real person. Um Prom is struggling with differentiating his relationship with Nant and Nant. Um and
Valid.
yeah, no, it would I don't know that I could do it either, but He's like
Mm.
dreaming of like being with both of them at like the same time, and like kind of freaked out when he wakes up from it. Um, and Poon and Ob have a little date night. Um, and they both started working at Playboy for like financial necessity. And then they do admit to liking each other, and then Shai said this was the first good NC scene of the show. Episode 9. It's been nothing but NC scenes.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's definitely one of
And
the
maybe
better
it's just
ones.
because I care about them and it's not
Yeah.
like freaky. There's no ketchup or toes involved, but
Yeah. I think there's been so
yeah.
much trauma with all the other scenes because none of
Mhm.
them have been like, oh, these people like each other. It feels just like
Yeah.
either there's
This one
hate or too much kink for me or
this one like the characters have like somewhat chemistry too,
Mhm.
and I don't think a lot of the other couples do.
Yeah. Which I also think is partially because all of them are one-dimensional.
Yeah.
So, um, and then Porsche wants Captain to post a video of the guy jumping Tudor, um, of him like having sex because Tudor is a celebrity journalist, so he's like super well known. Um, and Porsche like confronts Tudor and is very much he's mine back off about Jump, and Tudor just doesn't give a fuck because
Mm.
Tudor knows better for the most
Mm-hmm.
part because it's like what's this little punk kid gonna do?
Yeah. He's like, Jump doesn't even like you.
Yeah, because he doesn't.
No.
Maybe he does, but not really. He sort
He
of does,
doesn't.
but
And the
no.
fact that later on they get
He
back together makes no sense.
no, it doesn't.
Like Jump has no interest the whole show in
No.
Porsche other than the fact that he's like required to sleep with him
Yeah, he
so
was
he doesn't
blackmailed
get
into
in
it.
jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, Soong does meet First's dad, and Dad's trying to bribe him to stay away from First. And initially he refuses, and then he gets sort of swayed into going away, and so he ghosts First, which First will crash the fuck out from that. Um, and Captain sets up a camera in Tudor's room because apparently it's easy to break into people's houses. Um, and then he
I guess.
hides under Tudor's bed because Tudor and Jump come home and they have sex on the bed. Um, and then Captain posts the video everywhere for the whole world to see. So, which
And everyone
means,
immediately like at the same time like looks at their phone
yeah,
and
it's my
sees
favorite
the
when that
video
happens at
like
shows
yeah.
because they all turn and look and then they're all like disgusted and horrified by him and like he immediately gets fired. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm just too
It's not like
like,
he's
yeah, like it was consensual sex.
yeah,
It
he's
was
not
just,
doing anything illegal.
no, it was just with another man. And I guess that's what the problem, I don't know. I
Mm.
have no idea because he's a victim in this. He didn't consent to this being filmed or published anywhere, right? Like
Mm-mm.
lawsuits galore. um, but yeah, so that's a thing that happened. Um, and then Op finds Keen's shirt in Poon's room, and he goes through Poon's phone while he's in the shower and sees all these like sexually explicit messages between them. And Poon was supposedly like a virgin before he and Ob got together, and so that was like a point of their relationship. And so clearly he maybe had hooked up with somebody else in the meantime, so maybe, lies were
Can
being
I
had.
just
Yes.
I think it's hilarious that he knows it's Keen's shirt because the shirt just says Keen.
Keen.
I think like do I need to start wearing shirts that just have my name on it? Like
Was it not his rugby shirt?
oh, maybe I think
I think it
maybe
was
it
his
was his
rugby because
rugby
he was
shirt.
looking for it later.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just like Keen on your t-shirt, and that's how you know whose it is.
Yeah. Um I would never wear my name on my shirt unless it was like a jersey because I have
Okay,
jerseys.
my full name is Cheyenne, and I
Hmm.
need to go to Cheyenne, Wyoming,
Oh,
and buy
that's
all the
totally different though.
merch. I think that's funny, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd be down for that. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
The closest I have, I think, is Alexandria, Louisiana. But
Oh.
my name is Alexandra, so parents
Oh,
had to
yeah,
make my life
yeah.
difficult. Um,
I see. Okay.
so yeah. And then we see where Captain does finally find the mask in Keen's room because Keen's in the shower and Captain is like moving boxes around for some reason and then opens up the box that had the mask in it.
Okay,
Um,
yes.
and he freaking melts down from that. Let me tell you, like fetal position against the door, freaked out.
Which is like, without any context, is a really funny reaction to seeing like a dog mask in your boyfriend's house.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
uh,
I would have put some pants on and taken the mask and gotten the fuck out of there.
no one puts pants on, Alex. Like, why
I
would they wear pants?
I mean, fair. I would have done that to go walk outside their dorm to go wherever, but that's just me. But he just stays there. Um,
Yeah.
we don't really see what happens between that and like when they like meet up with everybody to discuss it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I don't know if they do it in this episode or next one, but they all get together and they're like, "Here's the fucking mask," because Keen I think explained to Captain that it wasn't his and he was holding it for
Yeah.
somebody for Nut,
Yeah, I
maybe.
think that's like the next thing that
Yeah.
happens.
So it's either Nut or Keen that was mask person apparently. But there's also for some reason they're like there could be a second mask. I don't know why they come up with the conclusion that there's a second mask.
Me neither, especially because
Like
they were like, well, it's custom made.
yeah, because they know it's a custom
So,
made one, and Keen said he was holding on to it for Nut, and Nut said earlier that it wasn't him in the
mm-hmm.
video because he has a scar from being stabbed, which is such bullshit. Um,
Yeah. So, like, logically, it should be one of the two. But for some
yeah.
reason, they were like, oh, it's actually the secret third option, which is that there's another mask.
Yeah, that even though
Which
they're
this is when it
custom
starts
made.
getting like very Pretty Little Liars. Like they would do shit like that all the time.
Yeah, I haven't seen that show in so long.
I know.
Um, and I think Not is suspicious of Prom now again
Hmm.
because he goes to Prom to like go chew him out, but Prom like walks out to like meet him, and you see on the TV behind that they found Nant's body.
Oof.
Low
Okay.
key, low key, I do not think Nant is dead. I know we had a funeral. I don't buy it. I don't. This type of show is the one where nobody stays
Yeah.
dead.
Again, they also did that in Pretty Little Liars.
I know. But this is the exact type of show where nobody stays dead, so I don't trust it.
No. Yeah, I don't trust it either. I don't think so. But yeah, our next episode's called Everyone Wears a Mask. And it seems like Nant is like dead, allegedly. Um, he like overdosed in the woods and they found his body there, but he's only been dead for 2 days, even though he's been missing for like months.
Mm-hmm.
So they have some questions about that.
Yeah, which is
Um,
crazy.
that is, like, yeah, we'll never have them answered, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Keen finally finds out about all of the clips that Captain has been taking and like
Mm-hmm.
kicks Captain out, and like they're broken up now, and everyone else also is broken up except for Zoe and Tina. They're pretty chill.
Mm.
But from now till the end of the show, everyone's just gonna break up and get back together like 20 billion times.
Yes. And like people break up for like really legitimate reasons, right? Like
Mhm.
like posting illegally recorded sex videos, right? They break up over
Mhm.
that and then they get back together and it's fine.
Yeah,
Absolutely
well,
not.
yeah, with them I think it's a little different. I think they don't actually get back together. I think it's just for revenge. But
Yeah.
like
Well,
definitely other couples for sure.
see, that's
We'll
another
see,
one.
we'll see.
Yeah.
But but yeah, Zoe and Tina are still together. They're like the only ones. And Portia's like now making Jump eat dog food. Like they keep having like the roles switch and then the dog food thing, and I'm just like,
Why?
why?
It also, I don't, it looked like I know it's supposed to be like kibble or something like that, but it definitely looked like, I can't think of the name of the cereal, but a very specific type of cereal. And I'm assuming that's what it actually was.
Oh, like Cocoa Puffs or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, because it
Mm,
didn't, it looked too like airy to be like kibble.
yeah. Well, that's good for the actor at least.
Yeah.
And then Nant, he's like wearing a headscarf, which I don't know why I found it funny, but
It looked
it was
goofy.
like it looked goofy. And he is like freaking out at Playboy because his like brother's like actually dead. Until Prom comforts him, and Prom then gives him the dog mask, and he's like, "Listen, I am the mask guy, but the clip that you saw was just role play. Like, I didn't kill him. Um, that was just like a kink thing. And I was with Nant when he faked his own death in like the suicide video. Like, I'm the one who got him down after, and like we hit the end because like he was trying to get away from the debtors by faking his own death."
Yeah.
And so Prom's known this the whole time, but didn't want to tell anyone because it made him look suspicious.
Yeah. Which still makes him look suspicious.
It does. I don't think it
Yeah.
helps at all. If
No.
anything, he's more suspicious now.
Yeah. But I do love that the dog mask video and then the fake suicide is literally at the same time. Because it's like
Yes.
they have their sex scene and then they have their aftercare and then Nant is like, "Okay, I'm going to go fake my death now." I
Yeah.
got to
And
go.
I love how both of the two big pieces of evidence they have, the videos where Nant is dying in both of them, he's not actually dying. They're both like,
Yeah.
so they don't matter at all.
Yep.
So they're back to square one, literally.
Mhm.
Except this is when we enter Jason Lee, who is Portia's sugar daddy. He's back. And he gives Zoe a scholarship, and like now Portia's in trouble with Jason because like Jason knows about the stuff with Jump, and so Jason's gonna punish him at home, and
He's
like
also
tutors
yeah, he was also
working.
mad that Porsche didn't pick him up at the airport.
Yes, that
He was
too.
very mad about that.
Yeah, he's an awful person. He wants to be Tony from Pit Babe so bad. He will never
Yes.
be Tony from Pit Babe.
It's Tony from Pit Babe, but also the one fucking people. Because
Yes.
Tony at least had boundaries as far as that goes. He just
Yeah,
wanted
if
his people
Tony
to sleep
was.
together.
Yes. Yeah. So now first is at Playboy, and because like him and Soong are broken up, so he needs to get his fix elsewhere. And so he is like terrorizing the club. Like, and he sleeps with Poon, who he's super rough with, and there's like a lot of blood after, and Alp sees it and he gets really upset, of course. Um and he's also mad because he's still about the virginity thing, but Poon's like, listen, like I literally with Keen I literally just like gave him a blowjob or something, and so like you're mad over nothing, and my first time was with you. So I guess like they're back together now.
The the scene with First and Poon was fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like violent fingering.
Oh no, that was more than fingering. That was fisting.
Yeah. Yeah. Um
I
yeah, just not a fun scene to watch. Not something I
no.
like to watch, especially when it's one person not enjoying themselves.
Yeah,
They're only doing it because they financially can't say no.
yeah. That was I don't know. First needs help. Like the kink
Hmm.
is fine, but you can't just go from nothing to that, you know? Like there's a process.
Yeah.
Um
I know. First is like, yeah, he does at some point. I think I skipped over this because it mentioned once, but he like goes to a psychiatrist, but I think she wasn't even like registered or something.
yeah, she
So he
was like a
stopped
family
going.
friend and of his
Yeah.
dad's and God, she was so fucking useless because he was like, whatever. And she's like, no, you're not like this. I know you. And like,
Yeah.
just stop having sex. Like that was like her one like the and was like, okay,
Abstinence only.
yeah, like sure,
Yeah, so he like needs to go to a real psychologist or
yeah,
psychiatrist, and he never does. But
yeah,
okay,
it's
he's
all
just gonna
fine.
hurt a bunch of people, a bunch of vulnerable sex workers in the meantime.
Yeah, it's fine. That's yeah.
Yeah. Ah, guess what's next?
I'm never gonna look at a bag of popcorn the same.
We okay.
What in the
We have the
Lonely
pop.
Island?
This is Dick in a box, but Dick in a popcorn bag. They're just like Zoe and Tina are sitting there like watching a movie, eating popcorn, but Zoe's for some reason decided to put his dick in the popcorn
Like
bag.
yeah, from the bottom up, like literally like fucking Lonely Island. Um,
Yeah. Um yeah, we get a nice like POV camera angle from inside the bag to Dick POV, if you will.
yeah, cause Zoe gets Tina to give him a blowjob, and so while he's bobbing up and down, we're inside the bag looking at Tina. Why are we doing that?
I don't know. And I also, oh my God, you are gonna get an infection. Do not cover your dick in like salt and butter. Like, ew, that must feel terrible. Like, I don't even know. I can't even fathom the scene.
No, like I got suspicious, I will
It's,
say, because of how Zoe was holding the popcorn bag, and I'm like,
yeah, she's
something's
holding
up.
it like Lonely Island does.
Yeah, I was like, something is up. And then like Tina like reaches in to eat some popcorn, and he's like, "Is that a mushroom head?" And they start
Uh,
making mushroom jokes, and I was like,
can you,
"Please."
how do you even do that? You have to like, you have an empty bag and you have to like cut a hole in it first, and then you put your dick in it, and then you pour the popcorn
But
in it, and then you have to walk to the couch and sit down.
I want see, I would have like kept my hand over it and then just like shoved it after I sat down, I guess. I don't, because I feel like I wouldn't be able to walk otherwise.
I don't know. I have a lot of questions, and I just don't want any of them answered.
No.
So, Pun is still bleeding a lot, and Keen is taking care of him. And Captain bursts in and is mad because he thinks that like Pun and Keen are hooking up now. And he threatens to like um clip a photo exposing Keen's face if they don't. He's like, if we don't become exclusive, I'm gonna like expose you. And Keen's like, no, and kicks him out.
Good for Keen.
Good for Keen. Yeah, like that's just not okay behavior.
Yeah.
And Porsche apologizes to Jump. He is still like, he's bruised because Jason like beat him up really bad. And Jump secretly like records this conversation of him talking about what happened and sends it to Tudor. And he's like, hey, don't do anything with this yet though. Like, let me just like talk to him about it first.
Yeah, because Porsche like straight up also says that Jason raped him. So it's not a great clip.
No. And Portia's kind of like a little bit like, this is when Porsche slightly, he doesn't redeem himself because I still hate him, but like he is the only one. He's kind of like, he's the same as the Playboy crew in the sense that he is a sex worker because he doesn't have money. And so unlike his friends who are super rich and privileged, he is only pretending to be so.
Yeah.
But in reality, he's in the same situation as the other sex workers. So I do start to feel for him like
Yeah.
a little bit here. And first tells Captain about Pun working at Playboy. And Captain uses that info to blackmail Pun into staying away from Keen. Because he's like, I'm going to tell the rugby team and you're on a rugby scholarship. So you need to stay away from him. And like Pun and Keen are like, they like hook up sometimes, but they don't. They're like nothing else really going on. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Like it doesn't mean anything when it's the two of them. And yeah, Poon's just working.
Yeah, literally. Okay, now Nant. The hotel CCTV footage thing really confuses me
Mm-hmm.
because he goes to a hotel where he thinks his brother committed suicide, I
Mm-hmm.
believe, and he asked for the CCTV footage, and the lady like doesn't give it, and she's like hiding it for Jason like unwillingly. Um, and so Jason, he goes up to a room and like first is there. I don't
I
know why
I
he's
think
there.
first went on to the hookup website to find somebody else into
Ah,
BDSM.
BDSM. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how that is because first is like tied up there, but he's very willingly there. Um,
Yes, because he's on
initially,
his rampage where he's trying to find rougher and rougher
yeah.
sex, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so they hook up, and like Jason is even more rough, and like first uses the safe word, and Jason just ignores it.
Yep.
And then Jason is like, never ever go back to Playboy.
Mm-hmm. Because I think Jason finds out how he treated Poon, and there was another person that
Hmm.
was also pretty beat up. Um,
Yeah.
and Jason's pissed. So,
Yes.
which uh, not handled well, but valid to be pissed because one, those are humans, and two, that's also his business. Um, which is
Yeah.
probably more of
It's
what Jason cares about, but
yeah. But then Zoe's art exhibition idea gets shot down by Jason, even though Jason said he would like sponsor him for it.
hmm
And it's kind of it gets shot down because it's like a nude gallery,
yeah,
and he's like, well, "This is a prestigious school," but I kind of feel like
that's the exact type of school that would do
that.
something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it's art, and they have nude models come in to the
hmm
art class at the school. Like, I don't see why that's a
Yeah,
problem, but
because from what we see, like Zoe's art's still tasteful, even if it's nude, right? Like it's not like some weird
mm-hmm.
explicit porn, whatever. It's just naked people. It's fine.
Yeah, like it seems like the most vanilla thing in the show.
Yeah.
And Soong is following Jason around for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know when he became like a bodyguard
Jason's
for
like
him.
handmade.
Yeah, because he's like in a suit and his hair's all nice now, and I was just like, what is happening?
Yeah, I know he delivers pizza. I know he like is
He,
an escort. Since when is he Jason's handmaid?
I have no idea,
I
but
don't know.
it's a thing now.
Yeah. And Keen gets expelled, I
Yep.
guess, for the video thing because
Yes.
that's circulating.
I don't think
Which is
it's
like a scandal for
circular.
the school.
Yeah. Somebody takes it to like the school leadership, and that's how
Hmm.
they find out.
Yeah. And then Tudor takes the audio he got from Jump and he plays it over the school loudspeaker. And Jason is very angry about this.
hmm A lot happened in like 5 seconds of the show. Like
Yeah.
from Zoe's art idea getting shot down to this like Soong being there, Keen getting expelled, the audio all happens in like 30 seconds.
Yeah. I
And
know.
like
It's like
everybody is like standing there too, like when it happens. Like the whole like school friend group, they're all there.
they're all standing there, they're all facing one direction.
Yep. So episode 11 is Kicking the Hornet's Nest. And we get some Jason lore now. He's the owner of Playboy. Shock. Um, Ob is his right hand man who used to be his sugar baby. Prom
Hmm.
is his quote unquote son. Um, and Porsche is his new lover, is how it was there. So I guess it went from Ob straight to Porsche, which is why I think Prom is just the son figure in this.
I
But I
guess.
don't know why.
I don't either. Because he doesn't really seem to like Jason, so.
No, so Jason has to have something on him, but who knows what that is.
I don't know.
Um, me neither. But we don't explain it. That was our lore drop. That was our Jason lore drop. Um,
Yeah.
he's like some mafia type person, right? So he's got a shit ton of money. Like the first thing we see him do in this is like shoot somebody in the forehead. Um,
Mm-hmm.
don't know why.
He has all the
Just
drugs.
yeah. He spends a lot of time overseas. Whatever. Um, and so everybody's freaked out now because Jason is on a warpath because this audio leaked, right? And he's like ready to kill like Jump and Porsche. Like that's where he's at. So he's like
Mm-hmm.
trying to find them. And for some reason, instead of running away, everybody's just standing around talking. Because I think they're at I don't even know where they're at. I don't know if they're at school or if they're at somebody's house, but they're at
They're
right
like
like
in the woods, like by the school or something. I
yeah,
think.
but there's like a fountain right there, so they're like I don't know, like in a garden or something like that is what the vibe is to me. Um, and so they're like, hey, Jump and Porsche, you should probably like go. Um, I guess they do go though because Jason shows up and now we're having tea for some reason. Um but it's like
What the fuck?
yeah, I don't know where
What is happening?
the teacup comes from, but like he has tea and he basically just takes it and hands it to somebody while he's pissed off at everybody. And like Jump and Porsche are hiding somewhere, right? And so Jason's like, "Yeah, whatever. I'm going to go fucking find them and kill them. Okay, bye." Um And then like that
Mm-hmm.
night, Jason goes on a Tudor's on a live stream because he's about to like do his thing and talk through it, whatever. But Jason also goes on a live stream and manages to clear his name, saying that the original audio was just AI. Which
Convenient.
I forgot that AI bullshit like that has been around since 2023. It feels like
That's true.
it's been so much more recent. I can't imagine
It,
now, right?
it really does.
And Jason's like, I am gonna go donate money towards the movement pushing for same-sex marriage legalization, which I forgot also wasn't a thing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those. I was like, oh yeah, that interesting. And
Yeah.
so everyone now believes Jason over Tudor because the wealthy guy who's gonna go donate money to a good cause, and of course it was AI, right? He wouldn't, rape like his own son, adoptive
Oh
son,
God.
like.
Yeah.
Sure. So everyone's like, Tudor, how could you? And Tudor's like, why would I lie? What do I get out of that?
Mm-hmm. But Tudor's all discredited because he also had like a sex scandal. So.
Yeah. So, um, again, we see Keen has been like kicked out of the team in the university, and he's like, packing up his locker and whatever. And then Nant goes to Tudor because he wants to team up with him to expose Jason together, right? And so Tudor's like, bet.
Mm-hmm. We have similar goals. Might as well work together.
And then Prom pulls a Love Actually on Not. Um, I don't understand why,
Cheesy. There's no reason. No
but
reason.
for those of you who maybe haven't seen Love Actually, go watch that. But like Prom shows up at like the doorway of wherever Not's at, and it has like signs like with an apology, and so he's just dropping one sign after another with all the messages or whatever. And Not at least has a sense to just like walk away. But
Mm-hmm.
then Prom stops him and talks and whatever. And Not is like, "Can you be any cheesier?" But they make up anyway, so I guess it worked.
Yeah.
Um, and Soong and First are back together, and Soong tells First that he ghosted him because First's dad threatened to report the kidnapping because he saw the video. That's what triggered like this whole thing now is he finally saw the fake like kidnapping video. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, who's gonna like the police are gonna believe the really important doctor or Soong, the sex worker, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
clearly the doctor, the prestigious doctor with a lot of money is gonna do the win on that one. Um, even though I'm like he wasn't ever kidnapped, so like
I know. I don't really know like what the police are gonna do.
yeah. I mean, I guess at that point there's also like the money factor where
The
the doctor dad could,
extortion.
yeah, could just like pay them off to whatever. You know, it's more complicated than what it seems on surface level. So I don't blame Soong for being like, yeah, I left.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Captain First and Zoe go on a spy mission at Jason's mansion. Um, because Zoe has like a meeting with Jason to talk about like what we could do for the exhibition instead. Zoe, what the fuck? So they all have
Dude,
like
what the fuck?
they have like their Apple iPod or AirPods, whatever, in their ears, right? And
Mm-hmm.
everyone else is just using it like normal. And Zoe literally is like cupping his hand over it, like while he's just sitting there like straight up. It's not even that he's like leaning
Yeah.
against the table talking, whatever. He's just holding it while he's sitting back in a chair. And it's like,
He's like, yeah, meeting.
yeah,
This
it's
is
like,
natural.
what are you doing? Like, it's so dumb. Um,
I'm just gonna talk like this, and you just have to pretend like
it's normal,
I'm
right?
not doing anything super weird.
Right? And then while he's in there, Jason gets a call from somebody else, from prom, I think. Yeah. And Jason's like, "Can you excuse me?" and like chews him out, but like Zoe like leaves his phone with like the audio running whatever in the room so that when he walks out he can still hear everything. So at least he was smart enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um and so Captain First, Zoe, and Not go to Playboy to investigate because they have now figured out that Jason owns Playboy because they didn't know that at this
Which,
point.
I don't know why they told us that in the beginning of the episode. If this was supposed to be like a reveal, like why did you tell us? Like I didn't
Yeah.
know they didn't know, because
Yeah.
we knew.
I forgot how we found. Oh yeah, we just straight up know.
They just straight up
Yeah.
were like, here's Jason. Like
Yeah.
why did you have to do that? Like we, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
just bad writing.
Yeah. There's a lot of that here. Which one
Yeah.
of the writers for the show is, hold on. I have it here. Um it's Den, who like directed Kemjira and also
Oh
wrote
yeah.
the script for Only Friends
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Shine. Like he's done good stuff. I don't
Uh,
understand why this is such garbage.
I don't know. I think they
Like,
just this is what he had to work with.
I guess. I'm sorry. Den, I love you, but like what?
Well, what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know who this director is. Chiwin? What else have we done? Your Third, I haven't heard of. Oh, it's TBD.
Mm-hmm.
Directed Peach Lover that's airing right now. Uh, Directed Suntini, that's the Max Nat show that I didn't watch. Directed Deep Night, which I never finished. Middleman's Love. Just done a lot. Bed Friends.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah. It's a lot, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, where was I? Oh yeah. Um Captain First, Zoe, Not go to Playboy to investigate more, and that's where they run into Poon and Ob, who beat the shit out of Captain because um he somehow got them fired. He I thought First was the one to, yeah, so
S- Captain got them fired somehow, but first hurt Pun, so they also beat him up too.
yeah. I don't entirely know how they got fired because the First I think initially was the one that complained about them or something, or maybe
Yeah.
somebody complained, but then Captain complained,
Yes.
and it made it up
Captain
to
complained
Prom.
about Pun working there or something.
Yeah, and I think Oob got friendly fire there basically. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I don't remember, but
Captain complained and it escalated to Prom, who then had to escalate it to Jason, and that's why they got fired. Because that was what that call was when Zoe was in the
mm-hmm.
room. Um, and also everybody's mad at Zoe for some reason. I don't know why.
I think he like says something, like he says something mean towards them and then they get mad at him, but I feel like Zoe, I don't remember what he says.
Yeah, I don't. I
But
watched this scene like
I'm
twice and I didn't
undecided.
understand it. Yeah.
I think it might have been like a translation error for
Ah.
us
Okay.
because it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like he didn't, from what it seemed like, it didn't seem like he said anything mean or out of line.
Yeah. So, I was just confused why else and they were pissed at him.
Yeah, me too. So, okay, these last couple episodes
Yeah. We
really
speed
fall
run.
apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the path you shouldn't take. And this is when Knot finds a scrap of paper that says Hotel Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go back to the motel, which is Hotel Harvey. Didn't you already know this was the motel? This isn't a different one, right?
No, it's the same one because they go back to the same lady. It's the
Yeah.
token lady. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't understand because they see the scrap that's Hotel Harvey and they're like, oh, that's the one Nant killed himself at. We have to go there. But it's like, you already knew that.
Yeah.
You already went there. So I didn't understand this.
Continuity
And
error.
I,
Continuity.
and so they like tickle torture her for the
What?
info, which, whatever. At this
I
point, I didn't even give a shit.
I don't
And
understand.
she,
They're like tickling her with like a fucking feather duster.
yeah. And she's like, oh yeah, I actually do have a video. And it's like a video of Nant who's hiding from Jason.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I guess it's a little more, it's a tick against Jason.
Yeah.
And Captain does finally get kicked from the team because Keen, so Keen recently was like, let's hook up one more time. And that's just so he could get a clip of Captain and post that as revenge.
His was clever
Yes.
because he was wearing Coach's jacket.
Yes. And so that's the only reason why Keen got back together with Captain for a bit, was so he could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But then Captain, of course, also throws Poon under the bus too. He's like, yeah, well, you know what's really a scandal? Poon is working at Playboy. Captain just sucks so bad. I hate him. And then, oh, Jesus Christ.
Well,
Okay.
I think Captain thought it was Poon that leaked it because he doesn't think
he
it's.
did.
Yeah, he doesn't know
Yeah.
that it's Keen. And
Yeah, he doesn't. He thinks it is Poon.
mm-hmm.
So Op then goes to meet or maybe kill Nant, and Pun follows him, and then Nant and Captain both jump out of the bushes and like knock him out, and they basically expose Op for like maybe being a hitman.
Yes.
And then we have the Playboy boys. They run in to break everything up, and then mafia guys run in.
Yeah, where
And they don't care about the first group of guys. They only care about the Playboy boys.
Mm-hmm.
And they hold them captive, and then they just like force them to have sex with each other as a punishment.
What the fuck?
What is happening, you guys?
I
Where is the plot going? How did it derail this bad?
honestly, I know we nitpicked up until this point, but I was at least with the show. I could follow it well enough.
Until here.
Here, I don't know what's happened. I don't know why Ope was meeting up with Not. I don't know where that came from. But then Not and Captain jumping them and whatever, and then why did I didn't even realize who the mafia people were at first. I didn't know. I thought they were part like Not's people, honestly, but they're Jason's
Yeah, they're
people.
Jason's people, yeah.
Yeah. There was so much that happened, and then the random forcing them to have sex with each other thing. Like, what?
That was just gratuitous at this point.
Yeah, it.
And then like the first guys were there, they like run away, and then the mafia's like, oh, they're getting away, even though they didn't try to do anything with them, and so they chase them, and then they leave the Playboy boys there.
Mm-hmm.
And then simultaneously Pop like discovers a video on Nut's laptop, which we don't know what it's of, and we never will, but that's
Love that for us.
It's supposed to be important.
Yeah.
So that's that episode. You guys like it?
I wish I
Make it
did.
worse.
Yeah. So then episode 13, we're almost to the end, is called New Life. And Not almost gets shot, which does he not get, he gets grazed on the arm or something, doesn't he? Because he's like holding his arm after that.
Does.
But then
Yeah,
they
he's
forget about
supposed
the
to.
injury because they don't bring it up ever again. So he gets like grazed or whatever by the shot. Because instead of continuing to run somewhere safe, they like stop and start arguing with each other about like
Yeah,
dumb
they just
shit.
like give up.
Yeah. And then Nant and Prom have a gun standoff. Um, because Prom like pops up out of nowhere because he hasn't been part of this. Now he's here. And so he's
Mm-hmm.
got a gun pointed at Not pulls his on him, and then like another mafia guy comes up, like or came up with Prom, I think, came together, and so he's like behind them holding his gun out at people. And Porsche comes out of nowhere because he's not part of this. And he shoots the other guy. So I guess now Porsche is a murderer. Um
No, yeah, we're just gonna like float
we're gonna
past
gloss
that.
over that, yeah. Um
Yeah.
and so as soon as that guy's dead, Prom drops his gun because that was him covering his own ass because Jason will kill him too. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so everybody's mostly okay. I forget who it is. There's only one of them that like crashes out about the fact that like I think it might be Zoe that crashes out because he just
Mm-hmm.
watched somebody die.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's mostly fine. They do go back to like the the
The
Playboy guys,
bridge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and everybody's like, cool. I guess we're fine now. I don't know how they got rid of those mafia guys. They just left, didn't they?
Yeah.
We
They just
don't we don't
left.
know. They're just gone.
Yeah.
Um, and Ob is like, trust me, I didn't kill Nant, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Um,
Because like Nant was like, "Oh, you're a hitman. You were hired to kill
oh
Nant,"
yeah.
and then Up was like, "No, I actually didn't."
Yeah. After he's like, yeah, I don't know everyone I killed. I
Yeah.
don't
He's like,
whatever.
"I can't remember them all."
Yeah. But I think Nant was like, why were you not surprised that I was still here? And it's like, because I didn't kill you, right? Or your
Mm-hmm.
twin, whatever. Um, And then meanwhile, Pope tells Nut he saw whatever clip was on the laptop. Um, and he's like, you should probably show that to Nut, whatever. But he doesn't. Um, and then Pope and Nut decide to finish selling like the last batch of drugs, and then they're done and they're gonna leave and basically go start a new life somewhere else is the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Jason puts a hit on like Jump and Porsche, really. And then kind of to save both of them, Porsche then sends a video of him shooting Jump to Jason, and
Mm-hmm.
Jason is very excited about this video. But
Yeah.
just kidding, everybody. Jump's alive. Tudor just edited the video to make it look like he was dead. Great.
Great. So
Um,
many faking deaths
yeah, I will
happening.
say they were so proud of like because there's like two clips. There's one of the actual shooting, and then there's one of like Porsche dismembering Jump. It's such a random
Yeah.
scene. They're just in like a poncho, like a plastic poncho, and like sawing at nothing.
Yeah.
Like you
And
can
there's lettuce
clearly tell there's
blood.
just nothing, and there's blood everywhere. And they're
Mm.
both like so proud of like the video, and they're like, "Tudor, you edited that so well." And I'm like, "It's so clear Porsche isn't sawing anything." But sure,
I just like don't think that's necessary in like a video how you kill someone too. But
no,
I
right?
guess if it helps.
Yeah, Jason loves it though, so I mean, I guess
Yeah.
it did what it was supposed to do.
They know their target audience.
Yeah. And then so we have a new plan now though. Prom put a tracker on like Jason's drugs or whatever, so they'll catch him like selling drugs and whatever, and then um because it's like Not's dad is gonna bring in the army but or the that's how they get away from with the mafia. I forgot about that. Okay.
Oh yeah, the police
Right.
come.
The police come because Not's dad sent the police.
Hmm.
And that's
Yes.
where the police afterwards are like, you gotta stop doing this shit. We can't just clean up your mess.
Yeah.
It's like this is too big. Back off.
Hmm.
Right?
That's right.
That's what it is. I was like, there had to be something because they didn't just fucking leave. But that's what happened. But yeah, so the police then per Nant's dad, um, are gonna come grab Jason while he's selling drugs. I don't know why anyone would think he'd be the one selling them, but you know.
I don't
and
know.
and then Tudor will get to report on it, and everybody has their redemption arc. That's the plan.
Hmm. Good
Uh,
plan.
yeah, of course that's not what happens though.
Yeah, last episode.
Yay.
Most of the beginning of it is just Soong complaining about how he doesn't want to be like a trophy wife. He's like, I need some self-worth. I can't, because he's just living at First dad's house with First and like doing nothing and just getting money, and he's like, I need some self-worth, so like at least let me like deliver pizza again.
Yeah.
And like
Honestly, I respect it.
Yeah, I respect it too. And he delivers one pizza, and First is crashing out so bad that he tries to cheat on Soong. But then he's
Immediately.
like, immediately, like Soong does one delivery, and he comes home and his boyfriend's like, yeah, I almost cheated on you, but then I decided not to. And then Soong's like, oh my god, I love you, babe.
Yeah. I will say it was interesting that the one delivery was to Tutor.
It was.
Like, are you kidding me?
They just don't have any more characters. I guess that's fair because there's like 15. So. And then, so the plan happens where Nant's dad sends police to intercept the drug deal, and it's in the area where Nant's body was found. But Nut was the drug dealer, so he gets arrested. And Nut says like he's not gonna snitch on Jason because like he's afraid that Jason's just gonna kill Pup. So he's just gonna serve his 5-year sentence, and the sting wasn't worth anything because they don't get any heat on Jason, basically. And then, okay, so Pop then gives Nant the clip, like, on a hard drive or something. And then Nant leaves, and then Pop maybe overdoses. He looked pretty dead to me. I don't know.
Yeah. He looked fairly dead to me, too.
Yeah, he looked stiff.
Yeah. See, heroin's not a great drug, guys. Don't do that.
Yeah, he's like snorting. It's like a white powder he's snorting, though, so I don't know what drug it's supposed to be.
No, that one was a syringe to the arm.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yes, that was
Maybe he's mixing.
Yeah. Earlier, I know they were doing some sort of white powder. I assume it was some sort of Coke something or another. But it took me a minute because of the way the lighting is when it's always just Nut and Pulp, because the lighting's very...
So dark.
Yeah. But so is one of those, I'm like, is it shadowing or is there just white all over both their faces right now?
Yes. It could be both. And then this is like a crazy thing to drop at the end, but Tina finds old paintings that Zoe did of Jason. And I guess the lore for that is back in the day, Zoe had like a big crush on Jason, and then they got together, but then Jason like raped him, and then that is why Zoe is afraid of sex, which makes sense.
Yes.
I don't know like why we're getting this now.
Right? This is
Not
crazy
earlier.
to drop in like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, like what about when they were talking about like their scholarship stuff together, like And so also Nant was the only one who like knew about what happened between them, and so that's why he wanted to expose Jason. But that was like really dangerous, and Jason was gonna kill him. So Zoe bought Nant a plane ticket to the US, and like we don't know if he ever got on that plane or not. I feel like there's some deniability. Like I know we found his body, but
yeah,
they're
that's
like, well,
I'm not
maybe
convinced.
He still got on the plane.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. Shows like this,
I'm not either.
People don't die.
No.
Because the thing is, we didn't see the body. Right? We didn't see the body. They had a funeral. All I know is they had a funeral. I don't know that they actually had a funeral with the body.
Yeah.
I don't trust it if I don't see a body.
I don't either. So yeah, he's either right now Nant is either dead or in the
hiding.
US.
Yeah.
Could be either.
So.
And oh yeah, the show ends with Nant getting kidnapped, and he drops the USB, so he doesn't even get the clip. That was so important, but that we never find out what it is. And then there's an after credit scene that makes no sense. It is Pop, and he kills Nant, and it's like, oh my god, they're revealing the murderer.
Mm-hmm.
But then Nant like falls on the ground and his like mask comes off
And
and
it's
it's
not.
not Nant anymore. It's just a random guy.
Yeah. I'm so confused. Then it's to be continued.
Yeah.
But we're not
And
getting
then
it
it's
continued, guys.
we're never getting no.
Um,
I'm like, you have 14 episodes and you couldn't finish one story. You couldn't tell us
yeah.
who did it. Like you had 14 whole episodes for this.
Yeah. So
Like
it's
what?
we're coming up on a year since the last time the company said anything about season 2. And also they rebranded the socials from Playboy to Peach Lover.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Playboy's gone. Um, and also the actor that plays Prom, his name is
Mm-hmm.
Shell, and he sucks as a human.
Yeah.
And
He had a bad scandal.
he got dropped by Copy A like as soon as that scandal dropped. He has done some guest appearances on, I think it was Reset, right? Shell?
Mm-hmm.
Reset. Yeah, he last year. And he had a guest role in a couple episodes on The Sign. So he's done a bunch of guest roles since then, but it's not been anything like consistent. Just like a one episode or a couple episodes. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what really killed the show, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of a critical character, and recasting that would be something. But also getting all 15 actors together again to do that. Um,
It's yeah, I don't even want another season.
no.
I'm over it. I'm like,
Yeah.
you had your chance to tell me what happened and you didn't. So, fuck you.
Yeah. I don't like how open ended they left it. Like I don't mind like a show like this doing a season 2, but they should have given us at least some closure. Like either show us exactly how Nant died, right?
Mhm.
Or show us that he's alive. I'd have been fine with either
Yes.
one.
Because from the beginning of the show till now, we basically are at ground zero. Like we
Yeah.
never make any progress because any progress they make is undermined.
Mhm.
And now the end of the show, the options are he's either dead or alive. And when we started the show, the options was that he was either dead or alive.
Yep.
Like we watched all of this and like I think this murder mystery or disappearance is like the most compelling aspect of the show,
Mhm.
and they don't make any progress on it the whole show.
Yep. And now
So
it's worse because now Nant is also kidnapped, right?
yeah.
Like, but I would have been fine with that if we at least had the closure on
Uh-huh.
Nant. Like, make season 2
Yes.
about figuring out what the hell happened to Nant. Um,
Yes, like commit to something. They're just too
yes,
afraid to commit to anything because they don't have it figured out. Like the writers don't know
yeah,
what happened, and so because of that, they're making it like non-committal.
yeah. I will say one of the things I did like was the full circle moment of at the very end when we're seeing kind of what went on between Zoe and Nant, and we see the same clip from the beginning of the very first scene where it's back to Zoe's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's that scene comes back up from the very first scene of the show, or the first real scene besides the porn at the beginning. Um,
Yeah. Right.
so I did like that. I got confused by the whole Zoe thing though, because
Mm-hmm.
like Nat was being like held hostage in one of the VIP rooms in at Playboy, and Zoe gets him out somehow. So like
Mm-hmm.
they were hanging out at Playboy, I guess. I don't entirely know what all that was about, but that's when Zoe gets um Nant the plane ticket or whatever and tells him to go and gives him his clothes to change into and stuff like that. But it's like, okay, how did we get here?
I don't
Um,
know.
yeah,
It's like it's not worth even like poking
no,
apart because there's just it just doesn't make sense.
no. But also Nant Zoe knew Nant was in there while Nant was looking for him,
Yeah.
which is crazy work. Because that means
Yeah.
from the get-go Zoe knew that was the twin from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Yeah.
There's so much they could have done so much with it. Honestly, if they had taken out some of the bullshit in the middle and like
Mm-hmm.
had this as like episode 13 and like wrapped it up episode 14 and like left off the whole kidnapping arc, um I think we would have had a good show. For all the bullshit, I think it would have ended good.
Yeah, I would have been like definitely more okay with it. But I'm just like so miffed that they just didn't end it. Like I watched all of this
Yes.
to find out what happened
Yeah.
to Nant, and then they
I
just
didn't
said,
realize.
"Fuck you, you'll never know. We're not
Right.
telling you."
I didn't realize this was this open ended. Like I knew there was like talk of like a season 2, but I didn't realize we didn't get closure in season 1. Um
No,
which
like at least I feel like when it comes to shows like this, like you have to give season 1 like some sort of closure in case you don't get a season 2.
yeah,
You know?
like God, this is where you need the special episodes, you know?
Yeah.
Uh yeah, well,
My brain's melted.
yeah, that's trying to process all that was a lot.
That is.
So, I don't know. If we missed something critical, um let us know, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wish there was like a novel. Like I'd read the novel to like piece together everything
Mm.
to understand.
Yeah.
Because I do want to know, right? Like
I'd want to know too.
I don't like open-ended anyway. Like I'm not a big fan of that. I generally don't watch things with open endings if I like because I need that closure to like feel complete.
Yeah. I
Um,
think this show wants to be what Dead Friends Forever was.
yes, I definitely got similar vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dead
Similar
Friends Forever,
themes.
yeah. 'Cause you have the friend group and then the like, is he dead? Is he not dead? Type of thing going on, and
Yeah. A lot of about like poverty and
mm-hmm.
doing what you can to survive.
Yeah. So it just Dead Friend Forever just did it much better.
Yeah. Yeah, much better.
um. So yeah, great. I don't think I have any more thoughts. Do you have any more?
I don't.
Okay.
That's all my thoughts on this show.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, guys. That's
Yes.
season 3 is wrapped.
Yay, thanks for a great season.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Definitely let us know if there's any shows you would like us to talk about or anything for season 4. It'll definitely be a few months before we come back.
Mm-hmm.
Give us some
Need
time
time
to,
to catch up.
yeah, I feel like I'm behind on everything that's airing right now, and there's stuff I missed. But we're already starting to plan out season 4, so there's a few shows
Mm-hmm.
that are recent that I'm very excited to make you watch.
Yes.
And then of course we'll go into Thailand in the meantime. So I'm
Yay. We'll
very
share our
excited.
pictures.
Yeah. And then I guess in the meantime, we'll still be active on our socials. So if you want merch, first off, you can buy merch at blintheair-shop.fourthwall.com. It's a mouthful, so link is in the description and the link tree. And you can always talk to us on our other socials. Instagram and TikTok are bl.in.the.air. Twitter's just BL in the air. We also have our Discord, of course. Link is going to be in the link tree. You can watch this video or any of our previous ones from season or 2 or 3 on Spotify and YouTube, or you can listen to any of them from season 1 as well, wherever you're currently listening. And we'll see you in a few months.
Yay.
Yay, bye!
Bye. See ya.